Hello, my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, The Pleiadian Priestess. I have a juicy reading for you guys today, so stick around for today's topic. Now, today's reading, if you're still here, is going to be we're figuring out which career or careers best suit you, your divinely guided career path. Where should you focus your talents, essentially? I know there's a lot of people out there who are confused about what career path to go down, which would better suit you, make you the most money, make you the most happy, what you're supposed to be doing with your life kind of vibe. And I'm just here to give confirmation or more ideas you never thought of before. Now, of course, I'm doing a disclaimer. I don't know every single job that's out there. There's so many jobs, but I'm giving you a direction to go down, okay? That's essentially what today's reading is going to be about. So we have three groups for you guys today, as usual. For group one, we have Take a Break, A Life's Work, Not a Season, Get Off the Treadmill. Group two, we have Unbound, Releasing Soul Patterns, Contracts, and Past Lives. And group three, we have Align Your Life, What is not aligned or needs to change. So you're going to choose the card, the message, the picture that calls out to you the most. Maybe you do it by number, group 1, 2, or 3. I know there are also what is it called? Number modulators, whatever, that help you choose the right number for you. But use your intuition. The first card, or the one your eyes keep coming back to the most, is usually the card that has the most relevant messages for you. So you're going to choose that card. And I will see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. Sorry. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose to take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill, then you are in the right place. Immediately a message is coming through for you guys to slow down. I do feel like you're in a rush to figure out your life purpose, figure out your life path, figure out what career is best for you, or you're just working a lot and your life is very busy. And I'm hearing being tired or worn out is not going to help you find the best career for you. So when you're too tired to do anything else or have energy for anything else, it's not helping you in the long run. It's definitely vibe that's coming through. Also, I'm hearing Take a Break from Hamilton. Take a break. I am on my way. There's a little surprise before supper and it cannot wait. That song from Hamilton where Eliza's telling Hamilton, you haven't spent time with your family. You're working too much. Take a break. Our son has a surprise for you at supper. And Hamilton's just like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. And she has to finally say, no, come right now. Okay? So you're the Hamilton and Spirit is the Eliza saying, nah, get your little behind in the kitchen right now. Okay? Just saying. So yeah, Take a Break is definitely coming through. You guys are just like, yeah, you're too in a hurry or in a rush to prove yourself, to be the best, to have the most money, to be the most accomplished. That's a kind of vibe, and I do feel like it comes or stems from a feeling of unworthiness, inadequacy, or there's something here about coming from nothing and you having to prove yourself time and time again. That's basically what Hamilton was doing in the play. He was working a lot, trying to impress his co-workers, his cohorts. He was trying to live up to Washington standards, all that kind of stuff, which led him to working too much. Okay? And then it was also greed. So maybe some of you is a little money hungry, which is not a problem, but it is when it becomes greed and not just wanting to be, stable, comfortable kind of thing. So immediately, like I said, you guys are being told to take a break, maybe go on a vacation as well, so you can kind of recoup. I'm hearing reduce, reuse, recycle. So maybe some of you need to incorporate one of those R's into your life. Reduce work, recycle some things. Maybe your what do they call it? Your consumerism is getting a hold of you. You're buying too many things that you don't need. And then recycle to use things again. So reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay. So maybe some of you are being told to recycle as well, or recycle. I'm hearing specifically recycle some ideas that you had in the past of your perfect career. I'm giving an example of kids. Like I feel like it's pre-K or kindergarten where they make you decide or tell the class, I want to be this when I grow up. Maybe recycle some of those old ideas you had of how you wanted your life to look, what did you want to do, what did you want to be, kind of thing, and then you may find your answer there. So But yeah, like it's a life's work, not a season work. You don't have to do everything right now. Okay, get off that treadmill. I was going to read from the book for this one, but I feel like it's pretty straightforward, honestly. So the oracle that I'm using for this is the Work Your Light Oracle, which is what this card came from. But I do want to get some more cards from there for more ways you can work your light. If your light is getting dimmed, or this is giving me, is giving someone in their big fan. Sorry, we got rudely cut off. This is giving me the vibe of someone who is luxuriating in their big fancy house. They don't have any time to actually spend in their big house. So it's someone who spent years working. I'm hearing climbing the corporate ladder, trying to become rich, trying to become stable, trying to become comfortable, only to never spend time in their big fancy house, never to spend time in this pool they have, never to stop and smell the roses, never to stop and watch the moon. Like, you paid so much money for this beautiful view, for these high arched doors and windows, or maybe this is what you want to become, which is why you're working so hard. You want to be able to live and watch the moon, be in some, this is giving like a remote place where you build your own house with the high arches, like giving very Victorian. Is also giving very much, I'm hearing Gothic, so maybe some of you are into Gothic architecture, like a place where it's just you by yourself enjoying all of life's treasures, your big fancy pool. And this is also giving me, I don't know if any of you have seen those videos on Instagram or just social media in general, where there's that one pool in, I think it's like Iceland, where the pool overlaps. It's like a warm pool, but everything else is cold in it. Like, it kind of spills over, like you're almost falling off the end of the world kind of thing. That's what this pool is giving me. You want to live your most luxurious life, which is why you're working so hard. But to like take a break, because this may not be the path that is for you. This path is going to wear you down. And if anyone who watched Hamilton, you know what happened to Hamilton when he took that break, when the rest of his family went upstate to spend time with their family, spend time with the father, and he stayed behind. What happened? He got entangled in some drama with some lady that wasn't his wife, okay? And it ended up ruining his career because he wasn't able to run for president, you know, kind of thing. And then it ended up sullying his reputation. And that is how his son got killed as well in battle, because he was trying to defend his father's reputation, So just don't do what Hamilton did, essentially. But they're like, you're working too much, take a break. So for some of you, it's you need to enjoy the fruits of your labor, or stop working so hard, because you will get to this outcome either way. You don't have to kill yourself to do it, okay? So we're going to get some more cards before we get into the main body of the reading. Just trying to get an energy for you guys. You guys are the workaholics, okay? All ready to like take a break, spend time with family the way Hamilton wasn't spending time with family, spend time with a spouse. Maybe some of you are staying single because you don't um have time for a partner. They're saying make time for a partner, okay? Those things, make time for your kids, that kind of vibe, because before you know it, life passes you by. Your son ends up passing in Hamilton. You lose your wife. You lose the presidency. All these things because you think you're doing what's best in the moment and you're really not. So before you get yourself into some trouble, take a break, y'all. Okay. And we have yes, which is my confirmation. They said, yeah, you're on the right path here. Yes, just say yes. And that's literally what I was saying. If someone invites you somewhere, say yes. This is definitely giving me Three of Cups in the tarot, where we have one girl over here dancing, one girl in the middle dancing, one person over here dancing. They're like, make time for fun, make time for leisure, okay? Or they're telling you this career path will give you time for that if you don't have time for that right now. But the path you're going down is not setting you up for the best life that you want to live, okay? I'm hearing the life that you deserve to live. So there's something here about saying yes, spending time with friends, saying yes to hanging out with people, like I said, dating. They said make time for dating, make time for love, make time for family, stop playing games. I do want one more card from this deck just because I want to see what comes out for y'all. And of course, I always want one more, and they give me way more. They said, nope, we want three more. We have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So if you are wondering if I'm hearing venerations are being received well, they are. If you have an altar, it's being received well. But I'm also hearing venerated something from Virginia. That's from Hamilton as well. I'm trying to venerated somebody in that play, and I feel like it's one of Hamilton's friends. So it's either Lafayette, which is the Frenchman. It's either Lawrence, which is the best friend who was trying to free free up some time, free people from slavery, or that's the arc they gave him in the play. We don't know if he was that gung ho to free the slaves. That was his thing in the play. And then there was, what was his, Hercules Mulligan, and he was a spy. I'm spying on the British government. I take the measurements, information, and then I smuggle it, something like that. So you're either one of those, whichever one you resonate with. I'm just watch Hamilton, period, child. But there's a lesson in there for y'all. The lessons I learned each time I watch that play is crazy. The music is good as well. There's a lesson to be learned in that Hamilton play, which is basically, like I said, do not spend your whole time or your whole life trying to prove yourself to people who would betray you in an instant, essentially. Stop trying to impress people. Make Act like you're the smartest in the room. Stop chasing things. Stop chasing this wealth. And I feel like, because people already love you, people already look up to you and listen to you. People loved Hamilton. He was definitely someone, even after he was disgraced for cheating on his wife, they were still looking to him in the election between Burr and Jefferson. And they're like, we need to hear your voice. We need to know who you're going to choose. You know what I mean? And he made his decision known, and Jefferson ended up winning. But there's something here about people wanting to hear what you have to say. You don't have to prove yourself so hard. Okay? So we have share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression. So persecution is definitely, I'm hearing, putting something into play. So I do feel like there's something you need to review here. That reduce, reuse, recycle. There's something you need to reduce, reuse. There's some ideas you have that need to, it's time to bring them back out again. Maybe there's some policies. Maybe you do work in government, because that's definitely what Hamilton did. Maybe some of you should work in government, since Hamilton keeps coming out. He was a treasurer in the government. He was also a great writer as well. His words, like I said, um, his words were law. His words were, I'm not lauded, but they were looked up to. People wanted to hear what he had to say. And that's why we have this share your voice. So maybe you need to be more in a career of maybe writing or sharing your voice, telling people what you have to say. I'm hearing reviews, essentially. But there's something here about you guiding people in the right direction, okay? Now we have the Pleiades. Ooh, we have Pleiades coming through. What up, what up? We have double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So, yeah, there's something here about that. You have a double mission. You're supposed to channel, so you're a channeler. And that's what I'm saying, sharing your voice. There are messages that only you receive, or you need to be into channeling if you are someone who wants to have a more spiritual job. Channeling is where your gifts lie, where your powers lie, in channeling and uplifting humanity. So maybe some of you need to be on YouTube, maybe some of you need to be writing books, maybe some of you need to be writing a blog, maybe some of you wanted to write a blog, but you're like, oh, nobody cares what I have to say. And people do care what you have to say, just putting it out there. What you says uplift humanity and uplifts humanity and leads them in the right direction, because that part of the play that I was talking about in Hamilton was when, like I said, Thomas Jefferson and what was his name, Aaron Burr, were running for presidency, and he didn't like either of them, honestly. But the people didn't like them either. They didn't know who to choose. They're like, Hamilton, we need your help. We need the clarity. We need your voice. We need your input. And he was too busy grieving his son, because his son had recently died, or passed, or was murdered or was up in a duel. And he was like too caught up in his own, grief to make a decision or pay attention to the election anyway. And it wasn't until the people kept asking and bothering him and pestering him that he was like, okay, boom, I want to hear what I have to say, fine. The people are asking to hear my voice. The nation is facing a difficult choice. There's something you're asking who I'd promote. Jefferson has my vote. He's like, we fought on a something different fronts. We've never agreed on anything once. But there's something about Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none. So the things you believe in, the things that you want to fight for, is essentially going to uplift humanity. So he chose Jefferson, even though they didn't agree on anything, because he had beliefs. There were things he stood for. Burr didn't have anything. He didn't stand for anything. And I mean, I feel like Hamilton would know. They worked together. They were friends. Burr was the first friend he ever had. So it's something here about you being very honest, and you not it's not pulling the wool over people's eyes. You don't do that either, but there's something here about you will not allow anyone to be bamboozled. You're giving the full honest truth, which is why I feel like reviewing is good for you. I'm hearing Keith Lee. where he became very big during the pandemic. Let me stop. During the pandemic, he became very big on TikTok reviewing different food places, and now his voice is very, I'm hearing venerated. I don't know if that's the proper word, but there's something here about people know that he is gonna tell the truth. He's not going to lie for just for the, you know, just for the heck of it. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna tell the truth. If the food is good, it's good. If it's not good, it's not good. That's the vibe that's coming through for you guys. So the Hamilton, he's telling them the truth, no matter if Burr was his friend more than Jefferson was. He's like, no, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none. You're telling people the truth, you know. I'm also hearing like is it a spectator? No, it's those people who are, yeah, who are giving their views on something. I just saw a view of people who review those games, those NBA games on ESPN, where they do the playbacks and tell, oh, well, this person is doing this, and they tell the honest truth. They're not. There's no room for lying or sneaking, that kind of stuff. And even again, coming back to Hamilton, when he was lying and sneak a leaking and paying off that man because he was sleeping with that man's wife, child, he was the one who outed himself. So even though it tarnished his reputation, he was always honest. So that's about that's coming through. You're supposed to do something. I'm hearing honest aid, where you're honest. So I don't know what variation that will take. We're going to see what comes through in the rest of the cards, but already we're getting a vibe of using your voice, sharing your voice. You don't have to work that hard, and just say yes. And when people ask you to hang out and have a good time because you work too much. And I'm hearing that will get you in trouble, the way it got Hamilton in trouble, honestly. So, keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Like I said, if you're wondering about that, they are there. Now, we're going to move these cards up some more since you've had enough time to see them. The people are asking to hear my voice. The nation is facing a difficult choice. If something you're asking me who I'd promote, Jefferson has my vote. I can't. Okay. Now those are okay. Now what we're going to be moving on to is the tarot cards. There was a few cards I wanted to pull from. I have 2 tarot decks on the table for you guys, in case any repeats want to come out. I feel like I could use all the clarifications that I career options. What do we have here? We have 6 of coins. Look, and this is the exact card that was crossing my mind when I was deciding which deck to choose. I'm like, this deck has a lot of realistic life things that people do. But they have real depictions of people living life. So it would be the best deck to use for a career reading. And this is the exact card that made me think of that. A little boy cleaning up his community. He's helping the animals. So maybe you're supposed to work with animals as well. For those of you, animals don't have a voice. Animals do not have a voice. So you would be the voice for the animals and be the voice for the people. There's also something else that I was coming through that just came through. For those of you who came into this reading already waiting for confirmation for a career path you want to go down, the answer is yes. Because just say yes here. There's something here you're debating, you're thinking over, you're not sure, you're hemming and hawing. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I go back to school? Should I do that? That kind of vibe. They're like, just say yes. It doesn't hurt. And there was a post that I saw the other day where it was like, a lot of people say I can't go back to school because in 4 years I'm going to be 40 something or 50 something or 30 something. That's old or whatever. They said in 4 years time you're still going to be that age. So why not be that age with a degree? You know what I mean? Or something to add to your belt under your toolkit. Yeah, so it's like in 4 years you're going to be that same age anyway, so why not have that degree as well? You know what I mean? If that's what you're hemming and hawing about, just putting that out there for somebody. But 6 of coins is giving back, being generous. Okay, being generous with your voice, being generous with your time, something along those lines. Now I hope the cards are straight. If they're not, I apologize. I feel like I do have enough space to scooch up and look. Okay, that looks straight to me. So charity work as well. If for those of you who do have this leisure life and you don't know what to do with your money, give it back, share it. We have the moon, so this is kind of confirming for those of you who are watching and wanting to do something spiritual with the channeling coming through. that the moon is giving. There's something here about you unearthing secrets, of you being real, you being generous with the secrets. This is also giving me conspiracy theorists, people who know that the government is up to no good and they're telling the people the real facts behind what the government is doing. Like you don't like liars. You do not like people being left in the dark, period. So you are the person sitting here telling people, hey, the government is doing this, or for this election, the government is doing that. Make sure to go out and vote kind of vibe. You're sharing your voice, you're sharing the knowledge you have on a specific subject or topic. Yes, giving uncovering secrets. You're being generous with the secrets that people that love to hold. And like I said, even in the play, Hamilton is the one who revealed his own secrets. So you're not the kind of person who keeps secrets yourself. Like, I'd rather tell my own secrets. I won't sell your secrets. Your secrets are safe for me. That song is coming to, I think that's Diary by Alicia Keys. So there's something here about you being a good vault for secrets as well. But I do feel like there's something here about you revealing them. So maybe people confide in you certain things thinking, oh, I just feel safe with them, and not knowing that you're going to sit there and air their whole thing out. Love that. Except if it's my secrets. Relax. Let me stop. Here we have the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so there's something here about you being very open with emotions, with feelings, with how you feel about things. Exactly. Because the King of Cups upright is very much energy of, I'm so in control of my emotions. You will never know what I'm feeling. You will never know how I feel on a subject. You I don't know, I'm getting crazy, I'm sorry. But there's something here about the King of Cups in reverse, where you are still the master of your emotions, but you're being vulnerable with others. So you can come off as strong and stoic, but when the time comes for you to, like I said, blow the horn, blow the whistle on them, you're doing it. This is not giving an exact career, but I do feel like for some of you it's spirituality, for some of you it's working with animals, for some of you it's working with people who don't have a voice. And I'm being specifically taken to this whole ancestors card. Ancestors, most of them did not have a voice, especially if your ancestors were slaves. They didn't have a voice. Now they say you have a voice in the society we live in. We may not have much of a voice, but you can say something. You can make a change. It doesn't matter how small. You have gifts that are meant to be shared with this Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles here. And they're telling you, we are here. You're not alone. If you need some reassurance, you need some assistance, you need anything, we're right here behind you, backing you. Just ask for our help, ask for our guidance. Like I said, they are always there for those of you who are looking for confirmation for our ancestors that you do work with, because not everybody works with their ancestors. Or maybe you're being told you need to learn their stories. Because it's funny how, like I said before in other readings, the things that I experienced in my life, like just a few days before, like that post I referenced, for example, you can either have a degree 4 years from now, you're still going to be the same age. So you could either be 4 years with nothing or 4 years with a degree with something. But then I also had a dream yesterday. It was a very weird dream. And it didn't feel like I was. Have you ever had that a dream where you wish so bad that you can go back to the dream and do something over or say something different, but you can't? In this dream, I could. Like, I was dreaming about someone and we were talking and there was like text messages, and I dreamt that I woke up. I don't know if I actually woke up, but I'm like, nah, I'm not done with that dream. Let me lay back down. I lay back down and popped right back into the dream, and I was able to go back and read text messages. Like, I was editing my dream essentially, but not changing anything, just like going back and reading things that I missed the first time. And I have no idea if it was actually me waking up like in the 3D, or I was waking up in the dream and they're telling me that I have the power to go back and change and edit things. I don't know what the dream was about, people, but that's kind of what this is giving me. I don't know where that came from, but no, there was something about that dream that made me think that was my past life with someone, and they were telling me in the past life things didn't go the way it was supposed to because of interference. So maybe things could go that better this time around, because I have the power to go back and edit and change things, this time around. I think I don't have the power to fall back asleep and enter the same dream, and I can. That kind of thing was coming through a little bit, and I feel like maybe for you, there's something about, like I said, you can go back and edit their past lives and change things where they weren't able to change things, if that makes sense. Let me keep getting cards. We have the Five of Cups. Yeah, there's something here about people's sadness. So I do feel like that some of your ancestors are relying on you guys to change the things they were never able to change, because you have a voice in a way they don't. There's social media. There's different things that you can do, different platforms you can use your voice on, whether you get 100 million views or 10 views. Maybe the 10 people you're meant to reach are the people you will reach. Okay? Here we have the Ten of Coins in reverse. Yeah, there's something here about you not worrying about money. I was like, another Ten of Pentacles in reverse. How ghetto. But there's like always you having enough with the Six of Coins starting and the Ten of Pentacles ending. You should not be working or trying to work for money, for gain, for material gain. That's not what you're here to do. You know, you're here to fulfill a specific purpose, so don't focus so much on the monies, is what I'm getting with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, you know. And there's also here, this card represents generational wealth. So there is something here about maybe you fixing or writing generational wealth in your bloodline, is what I just heard specifically. And yeah, fixing the sadness and the destitution is what I'm hearing. Being broken, destitute, maybe that is something that you're lying. And that's what I was saying here about you feeling unworthy. So you're working yourself to the bone, trying to provide for yourself, trying to not live the life that was, you know, given to you when you first came to be. Because when we're kids and when we're born into a family, we have no decision over which family we're born to. So we could be born to a broke family, and you spent your whole life, you want to or will spend your whole life trying to, or have spent your whole life trying to fix that or become rich, or you have like, I'm hearing get rich quick schemes, and that's not the way you're meant to go. You're not supposed to have a career focusing on the money you can make from it. You're supposed to have a career based just on helping people. Okay, maybe helping people become rich and create generational wealth, but for them, not for yourself. And I'm not getting that you're not going to be rich in any capacity, but I don't think that's what you're here to do or here to be. You're not here to be rich. You're here to help other people find riches, or find that happiness can be found. Ooh, I'm hearing that Dumbledore quote. Happiness can be found in even the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. And that's what Five of Cups is I guess, saying. You're supposed to help people find happiness. People who are lost and sad and they think there's nowhere else for them to go. You know, they're stuck, is what I'm hearing. You're supposed to be that person for them by being emotionally open yourself, kind of. So I'm trying to figure out what career. I think I've said a few already. But this Ten of Pentacles is definitely giving me a vibe that you're not supposed to be chasing wealth, because it's not going to get you anywhere. I'm hearing you're supposed to let it come to you. It will find you when it's meant to find you. There's something here about you not knowing or not supposed to know with the moon. Okay. Now I'm going to get this deck here and clarify some of these cards to see if any repeats want to come out. Ooh, don't fall. Stop playing. What is their ideal career path? Where should they nurture their talents? I closed the book. I'm like, ma'am, you need to remember what you wrote down. Yes, where should you focus your talents? Not so on getting the money, but giving. Yeah, so not on getting, but giving. Essentially, in whatever career you choose to go with. Jeez Louise. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords. Helping people move on. So maybe, like I said, for your career, you do need to go back to school. Because you're focusing on get rich quick schemes when you go to school and get like a degree. There's a whole, I'm hearing plethora, oh gosh, there's a whole plethora of jobs that would be available to you, instead of you having no, I'm hearing prospects, you having no, I'm hearing cushion, or what is the word, you're not having any, I'm hearing references as well. Because sometimes references get you in. It doesn't even have to be that you have a degree, but you met someone in school who made it big, and they remember you and they bring you with them, kind of vibe, you know. So there's something here about you having some referrals as well. That she's coming through. I'm trying to figure out the exact word, but it's not coming through. Basically, degrees. information, people backing you up, reference letters, stuff like that. If you're living a life on the street trying to scam or whatever, you're not going to be able to have those references. Or I'm hearing reputable references, people with respect. You're not going to be able to have any of that if you are doing things the backwards way, just for the sake of the money. It's giving greed. Like I said, greed is not for you. Okay. We have the Six of Swords, which says all aboard, which it's time to write a new chapter. So yeah, there's something here about moving on from a career or stopping what you're doing now, doing something different is very much a message coming through with the Six of Swords. So you guys definitely do need a career change is what I'm feeling. And look, you have the Broom, which is letting things go. Exactly. So with the Six of Swords and the Death card coming through, tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. They said what they said. They said get off that treadmill. Stop working. Stop breaking your back. Stop trying to work for the man. The man needs to work for you. Okay, that came through. Stop spending your life trying to work for the man. The man needs to work for you. And I feel like when you finally do that and stop chasing the money, it'll start chasing you. The whole law of attraction kind of thing. You're attracting it. You're not supposed to be chasing after it. And this is like giving yacht. It's like you're waiting for your yacht to come pick you up. Your yacht. As Sticky would say in the Proud Family. You're waiting for your yacht to come pick you up. To take you on a vacation. There's something about a vacation. And then we have sixes coming through again. And sixes always give me healing. Moving on from things. Triumph. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands. Light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. So there's something here about you doing what you enjoy as well. So there's the air of doing what you enjoy, and speaking and talking and traveling. So the Eight of Wands is giving me in this card. It's traveling. It's finding what lights you up and traveling towards or running behind it, rushing. And I'm getting the visual of what do they do in tackling? Yes, when you rush one and tackle them, that's what I'm getting. Your opponent, that's what you need to do here. Find out what your opponent is, what's holding you back, and then you need to rush in and tackle it and get rid of that. The next card we have is the Knight of Swords, which is more about communication and talking. So I do feel like with it coming out under the Five of Cups, it is an air of talking. With this, be ambitious and chase your every dream. It's talking to people who are sad and helping them feel better and encouraging them. So I do feel like you're supposed to play a part in other people's stories, like I said, and not focus so much on what it can bring to you, but just helping others, helping uplift humanity, which is basically what the card over here says, uplifting humanity. Like, not to be selfish. That's what your career path involves. Not doing it for the money, but with this, be ambitious and chase your every dream. Maybe you're supposed to encourage others to chase their every dream. I do want to get one more card. Traveling, like I said, traveling is very much in the cards. Going from one place to the next. Eight of Wands, maybe with people beside you, maybe creating your own business, going off on your own, starting things by yourself. And by going through this stuff, like I said, you attract these people who can help you get where you actually want to go, or you're helping others get where they need to go. So maybe some of you feel like you need help when you really have a lot of the answers already and you can help others with those answers. So I want to get one more card. Let me get one more card for where should group one focus their talents? What is their ideal career path? Being generous, giving back in whatever way that feels best for you. And then here we have the World. Yay, you did it. Another card of endings, starting over, things coming to a close. Yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. So vacation again is coming through because the World, look at her. They said, now you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. It's time for you to celebrate a job well done. Celebrate yourself. This Ten of Pentacles in reverse is also kind of giving me spend some of the money you spent so long saving up. So that could be a message for others of you. It's like you have this wealth, but you're sitting on it. You're not spending it. You're not using it. And you know what I just heard specifically? You're not starting a family with it. You have all this money to spend, but you're not using it to help others. You're just sitting on it. So maybe some of you have found your ideal career. Now you're in a moment or a period of leisure where you're not working much. You have your big castle, a life's work. You have your life's work. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but for those it resonates for, this is the message for you. You have a life's work. You've done the job. You've done what you needed to do. Now it's time for you to use that money you've made. So maybe they're telling you to stop working and to now focus on helping other people. I'm hearing explicitly. So a perfect example is like a big tycoon. He's working. He's sitting on all these mega bucks, mega millions. Okay, and he's continuously getting up and going to work every day. He's probably lost the passion he had for this career of choice, because it's now mostly just, I'm hearing, business acquisitions, mergers, meetings, and it's boring to him now. And it's kind of like you're still on that treadmill of running, 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 when you've already accumulated all the wealth you're going to want in your life. Why are you still chasing more, kind of thing? I'm sure you have investments in place that keep the money coming in. I'm sure there are other things you're investing in that's going to make money for you on the side. There's no need for you to run and rush and do other things you've been doing and get off that treadmill, essentially. And now it's time for you to use that money you've gained to help other people. People who are sad, animals, like I said, charity is what it's giving. So it's giving someone who's already accumulated all the money they need in life. Now it's time for you to use it to help other people. It's time for you to sweep certain things out of your life, give away things. That's what I was saying, that reduce, reuse, recycle. If you don't need certain things in your house, it's time for you to reduce them, get rid of them, reuse them. If there's certain things that you have, it's time for you to reuse them instead of always running and buying the newest thing. Consumerism at its finest for some of you here, or most of you, all of you, who knows. And then we have recycle, where if you can't use it, someone else can use it. Learn to recycle things better. Maybe you have a passion for, and that's funny that came through. Maybe environmental list is a list, is a career you should be looking into. An environmentalist with a whole reduce versus cycle that completely went over my head, but I got back to it. You helping humanity, you helping Mother Earth get back to her finest, healthiest state. I mean, she never won't get back to how she used to be before, but we can always stop it. So maybe you're big into advocating for Mother Earth, advocating for animals, advocating for deforestation, that kind of thing. And that's where your voice needs to be, put into helping, like I said, other people who can't speak for themselves. But like, you've done all you can on the career path you're on right now. It's time for you to move on, elevate, go to something else, start that full journey again. But you have to do some clearing out, you have to do some cleaning, that kind of thing. You have to do some reading and learning about this new subject you want to move into. So it's giving someone, a socialite or someone who's rich, a CEO, something along those lines. Not every CEO is rich. Just keep that in mind. But there's something here about you accumulating a whole bunch of wealth. Like I said, you're just not doing anything with it. You're sitting on it. Or maybe they're telling you it's time for you to have some kids, have some animals, have some pets. Maybe there's something very lonely about your life with the Five of Cups here. And they're kind of like, find your tribe, find the animal friends. Or like I was saying at the beginning, something about, oh, you don't have time for love, make time. You don't have time for traveling, make time. So I do feel like somewhere along the lines of traveling, you will find your purpose. If this reading wasn't, explicit enough in which exact career you should be on, this is more so going to be a guide of where you should, like I said, focus your talents. Traveling, helping, giving back. Environmental issues is coming through as well. Speaking your voice, becoming a reviewer or a conspiracy theorist, or you're airing out people's dirty laundry kind of vibe, you know what I mean? Helping uplift humanity, because we have to combat darkness, and the only way we know how, and that's by being light and clearing out all those cobwebs in people's closets. So maybe some of you work very closely with very high profile, very rich, very, socialite kind of vibes, and the secrets they're hiding that's hurting people instead of helping them, and you're just sitting on them, and it's time for you to unburden those secrets and share them. So there's other decks that I do want to pull from. Let me hurry up before I chat too much. So we're going to be using the Numinous Astrology deck to see if you can confirm any of the messages you've been getting. So what is their ideal career path, please? We have opposition. Look, you're supposed to be people's opposition, airing out their dirty laundry. That's what I was just saying, airing out their dirty laundry. We have relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious. Thank you for the confirmation. Manifest. That's what I was talking about. Law of attraction. Instead of chasing, attract. Okay, being your Empress energy. We have disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, and calls out. Yo, thank you for confirming what I've been saying. Essentially, yeah, it's time for you to open up your mouth and start saying things, talking back, not keeping quiet about what's really going on. We have semi-sextile, which is allowing, encourages, you see the potential in. That's that Six of Pentacles. It's giving, maybe you need to become an investor in other people's businesses, you know? Maybe you need to give them some direction. Work with other people. Travel to places where, you know, the conditions aren't the best and help those people, you know, build up. That's another way to uprise and uplift humanity. We have Aries, the fire starter, so the cardinal sign, the one that initiates the entire zodiac wheel, the entire zodiac cycle, the starter. So it encourages, sees the potential in, it clarifies things exactly. We have gifts, hopes to, compensates, okay, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, and rewards. And that's essentially what this is. I love how it came out over actually. The King of Cups in reverse, you're being more allowing, you're being more into it. You do have that intuition. Now it's time for you to share that with other people, which is why your voice is very important. There's certain things you catch, there's certain things you see, there's certain vibes that may be off or, you know, weird that only you pick up on. If you don't say anything, it will always go unnoticed, you know? And then we have the numinous mystery, and that's what was coming through with the moon. You're meant to uncover mysteries, you know, because you're specifically tuned into those frequencies, is what I just heard. So you're tuned into the frequencies of deception. You're tuned into the frequencies of corruption. You're tuned into the frequencies of lies and things like that. People who are cheating others, you know, hurting people. And it's time for you to show that mirror, put that mirror on them, say, hey, look at what this person's doing. Look what that person's doing. This corporation is telling you it's doing that, it's really doing that, you know? And you have the protection of your ancestors, because that's not an easy thing to do. It's very scary. And there will be people who are going to try to come after you, who will try to silence you, child. Get out of my face. I hate when that comes through. Because we have the Oprah quote, were you silent or silenced? And I'm like, girl, bye. She get on my nerves, y'all. But yeah, there's something here about people who have tried to silence you and you're letting them win, which is something that's coming through. But it's also, like I said, you see certain things, you pick up on certain things, you peep certain things, and that's that Knight of Swords energy. You're very sharp. You see things that other people don't see, and it's up to you, being the person who sees those things, to make that change, you know. And I love it. We have the mirror here, and I'm starting with the man in the mirror. What? I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Yup. That's what's coming through. If you want to make the change, be the change. You know what I mean? Put the mirror up to society and say, I'm doing this, you need to do it too. It's also giving me, there was some examples coming through, so let me try to get them back. Coming back to the whole, like I said, reduce, reuse, recycle. Maybe some of you aren't being the best of the planet right now, and that's where you need to focus your energy. Like, you know, like I said, it's time for you to reduce, reuse, and recycle, okay? That consumerism just got a hold of you, child. And there's a reason, and there's sometimes, like, I even get the feeling sometimes when I'm like not doing, I be recycling, and I be picking up trash on the side of the road and all that kind of stuff. That's not enough. Maybe it's time for you to speak up, and if you see someone not, you know, putting their garbage, say something to them, you know, because if they're not being reprimanded, there's no way there's going to be a change unless you speak out about it. You know what I mean? But there's something here about it was that whole reduce, reuse, recycle coming through was taking me to an episode of New Amsterdam that I was watching, where Max, which is the I forgot who he's supposed to be in the hospital. You know, he's the one of the head people in the hospital. He was telling people, because he was like having an existential crisis. Maybe you are as well, which is why all these cards are coming through. And it was like hot, and it was summer in New York City, and he was using the AC, and his mother-in-law was telling him you don't need the AC. And he's like, oh, well, I turn it off, or I don't do this, or I recycle. And she's like, that's not enough. You know what I mean? If people are too set in their comfort, they're never going to change, essentially. And I gave him an idea to go to the hospital and see how much they've been wasting, how much waste they use, how much garbage they throw away, how many things they don't do that they should be doing, in order to help the earth. Because he was also thinking about his daughter and how, what will the earth be like when she's older. He wanted to preserve it as much as he could for her. And he was going around the hospital, making it comfortable for the people. Like, only use this amount of gloves, only use this amount of water. And it was making them upset. Like, oh, I'm saving lives. I can't worry about this and that. You know what I mean? I'm saving lives. I can't worry about you not using gloves and blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And at the end of the episode, he was like, I realized that I was in the wrong. So I was trying to make you guys comfortable when I was supposed to make you guys uncomfortable. That's the only place, or that's the only way change can happen, when you're going out of your comfort zone. And that's essentially the lesson in the episode, I guess, where he's like, I was trying to make things comfortable for y'all, and say, oh, you guys can only use one pair of gloves a day. He's like, nah, you're not going to use none. If I keep you guys in your comfort zone, you're never going to change. You have to be uncomfortable, kind of thing. That can be a message for you, or a message for you having to make other people uncomfortable in order to create any kind of change, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 12th house, which is surrender. So there's something here about you surrendering with that. Get off the treadmill as well. There was also something here about the 12th house represents secrets, things that are kept hidden, our psyche, things that bother us that we see. And 12th house is like a very spiritual house, a very spiritual energy. It's, like I said, unburdening or earthing secrets, unearthing the things that bother you, that nag at you. There's something that's nagging at you. Like I said, a whole reuse. There's an idea that you had in the past that wants to come through again, and it's just, you're not letting it, or it's like completely going over your head, and it's making you unsettled. Because there are certain times where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel the weight of everything on my shoulders. Like, oh my, I'm the only person who's recycling. I'm the only person who cares about this. Because especially living in New York City, the amount of trash you see everywhere is just so disheartening. It's like, what can I even do to make a change? And it's kind of like, just say something next time, make people aware. So I feel like a lot of people know it, but they don't know it. It hasn't made them uncomfortable yet, because big corporations or the government or whatever is not making it a necessity to do certain things to prevent global warming. They don't believe in it. And it's kind of like, what are you talking about? You don't believe in it. It's very much placed in front of us. It's very much happening. But anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that right now. But there's something here about mystery, secrets, you doing, I just the Lord's work. Okay, good for you. But you doing things because you only pick up on a certain frequency. The unknown in 12th house gives me very similar vibes, where it's certain things that people don't want to realize, people don't want to talk about or think about, and that's what you're meant to, like, bring to their attention, like, make them see it, make them realize that you don't have a choice, you know. Or maybe you're just supposed to, or also you're supposed to bring people together as well, because the unknown, the unknowable, ESP, psychic abilities with 12th house coming through is most definitely, maybe you're someone who's been pushing against certain psychic abilities that you've been, having since small or whatever. You've been pushing against them for years now, and they're kind of like your ancestor coming through saying, sis, really? you know Maybe you're a part of a family who has certain gifts, and they're trying to bring you into the fold. You're like, no, I'm good, I want to do the corporate thing. And I'm like, no, there's a reason why this has been passed down from generation to generation. It's our family's job to provide this specific talent to the world. You can't say no. And it's making you sad, and it's bothering you. You don't understand why you're uncomfortable all the time, or what's nagging at you. It's something you're keeping hidden from yourself. And it's time for you to surrender to that feeling, surrender to that. Stop chasing the money and help people, because that gift was given to you to help people. And by you not doing it, you're kind of rejecting spirit, gift. And like I said, you're doing the Lord's work. So this gift was given to you, your family, your bloodline, for a reason. And there's something here about your ancestors not being able to use it properly. But you are in the age of Aquarius. You can do anything, literally. You say one thing, you put out one video, and it just millions of people can see it at one time. They didn't have that power. So you have more of the power than they ever did. And you're just, not using it. Yeah, there's something about that. like unburden yourself. Stop keeping certain things to yourself. Use your gifts for good with the King of Cups universe. You have that intuition. You have that control over your intuition. And it's kind of like, use it then. Then you use it. You're wondering why you're always sad, why you're always down, because you're always feeling certain kinds of things because you didn't learn how to harness that energy, is what I'm hearing specifically. So yeah, you're giving me the vibes, and that's literally what I was saying as well with Ten of Pentacles universe. There's something here about generational wealth. You were given a generational gift that you turned away, and you're wondering why it's hurting, or why you're always feeling anxious, or why you're always doing this, because you're not tapping into those gifts or learning how to control them. Because when someone was trying to teach you, or there's many places you can go to learn about spirituality now, instead of you trying to do that and get into the practices yourself to become a spiritual being, you're kind of chasing money, doing 9 to 5, when you're meant to help people with these gifts that you have, with all these cups energies coming through, with the moon coming through, the numinous, and then the surrender, and then we have the fire starter. You're supposed to do it in a brand new way, is what I just heard. In a way, like I said, even your ancestors couldn't do it. Because you're supposed to be daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating. That's the Eight of Wands energy as well. Like just getting up and doing something. You feel called to do something, then do it. There's a reason you felt called to do it. Maybe you're supposed to have many different passions in your life. Maybe you're supposed to drive fast cars. You're supposed to be hard headed. You're supposed to be the ramming into everything and destroying certain things, Or I'm hearing old constructs, old social constructs. You're supposed to be disturbing them, poking holes in them, and you're not doing that. Putting a mirror up to the society and saying, hey, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you know? I need a card to pull from. Just one more deck before I leave you guys. I have no idea what time we're on, but I can't rush the messages. Where should they focus their talents? Please, group one. Where should they focus their talents? We have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. And that is what that surrender was saying. There was a card here that said no, it was persecution. Where the card at? It has to, yes. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. You're supposed to be expressing yourself. You're supposed to be expressing yourself, coming out of the cave, and stop hiding. And that would also play into the whole hiding your gifts or running away from your gifts or not wanting to be a spiritual being. It's like, well, you don't really have a choice. You're going to keep feeling out of sorts. You're going to keep feeling sad. This Five of Cups is giving me unfulfilled. You're going to keep feeling that way until you kind of unearth, like I said, the mystery, delve into it, stop running from it. But we have blue flame, and that fiery energy is coming through again. The fire star, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. First, you have to activate it after you go through the spontaneous awakening. You have to activate it and then integrate it. You haven't activated it in order to integrate it, which is why you're feeling unsettled. It's kind of like, I never knew what anxiety was until maybe it started becoming a thing. But when I was younger, I would for example, I would have homework that I would have to do and I would never do it. I would come home and try to procrastinate, but then there would always be an uncomfortable feeling in my stomach, and I would never be able to be settled down or watch TV in peace or read a book in peace. I was also very much into reading, so I would skirt homework and said, I can always do that later. Let me read my book right now, and I get lost in the book, but I'm never able to fully sit and be comfortable because there's always that ball of nervousness in my gut, or that negligent thought saying, hey, you haven't done your homework yet. Once you take care of all your responsibilities, then you can be free, then you can relax, then you can be comfortable. But until you do that, you're not going to be able to be comfortable. And I didn't learn until, of course, recently, when anxiety became a big thing, that it was anxiety. It was like, girl, you haven't done your homework. How's our body and our nervous system supposed to relax if we have homework and things that we're supposed to be doing that we're not doing? That's what this is for you. You're always in the Five of Cups energy. You're never happy. You're never satisfied. Hamilton was never satisfied. Exactly. Hamilton was never satisfied. There was a whole song around it. You'll never be satisfied. He said himself he would never be satisfied. There's something about you never truly being satisfied because you're ignoring this whole part of yourself. You're ignoring this gift you're supposed to integrate. You're ignoring this part of you that's not supposed to always be chasing money. You're supposed to be helping other people, nurturing a gift, activating its awakening. Wow. Yeah, so if you're feeling uncomfortable or constantly chasing something on the treadmill that you have never been able to find thus far, it's because it's right in front of you and you're ignoring it. You're someone who walks around anxious, think it's, oh, I have social anxiety. It may not be that. It may be you're ignoring something, and the universe, your ancestors, yourself, your highest good, your highest form, is not letting you ignore it. Like, nah, sis, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, and you can't ignore us forever. I just heard. Okay, I'm screaming. Not gonna think you get ignored forever. Excuse me, I'm calling the police. Let me stop. And then we have fall into my arms. Surrender coming through again. Ooh, look at you trying to ignore that. Like, I don't want to hear this. You're gonna hear it. We have surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. And you guys literally got opposition. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. Yeah, surrender, holding the opposites and extremes of life. There's something here about you needing to, lean into the extremes of life and instead of running away from them. Like I said, there are certain parts of you that are meant to be outspoken. And I'm hearing an egregious. You're supposed to be not forcing, but bringing things to other people's attention. And you can't do that if you're running away from it. The example I gave, you're seeing people littering on the side of the street. Say something like, excuse me, you pick that up kind of vibe. The leaders, the Aries, you're supposed to be the leader, leading people. If no one says anything and everyone is being complacent and quiet, there will never be any change. If we're all staying in our comfort zone and not saying anything, we're all a community. We're all going to be suffering. So by that person littering, it's going to be affecting you when the earth goes to shit and falls from the sky. You know what I mean? When we're all burning up here. So yes, it's up to you to say something about it because everyone's going to suffer, including yourself, if you don't. Kind of vibe. Like extreme. There's time for you to go to certain extremes to make things happen. I do want to know what holding the opposites means, so I do want to read for this card. Let me get the book. Fall into my arms would be F. 66. And that's what I said. We had 6 come out here and 6 come out here. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Like I said, 6 is about healing. So you're supposed to be doing some healing work. And they said you can't keep ignoring it. We have the Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be here when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing. Oh, yes, that's the Five of Cups energy coming through. That the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, but at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often, we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things are bad, then perhaps you've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar. Something about an altar coming through ancestors, I'm telling you. To fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. Now, if you want to do the activation, you place the card on the portal of your hand. Place your hand, because you don't have the card, place your hand on your heart and whisper the following: I'm ready to embrace the extremes of life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. So yeah, there's something you've been running away from that it's time for you to confront in your life. This wasn't very career-y, but I feel like this was more so, like I said, what should you focus your talents on? Your talents have to do with spirituality, with being a leader, with speaking up, sharing your voice with people. And until you do that, there's always going to be a part of you that feels unsettled. Maybe there's a part of you, like I said, when you think of certain things, you get that very overwhelming feeling of, oh my gosh, nothing's ever going to be, good ever again. I get it too. But that it's not going to stop me from helping others. It's not going to stop me from uplifting humanity. It's not going to stop me from saying certain things. I'm not going to say that on here, But I was the person who, when I saw someone litter, I said, hey, pick that up. It was a friend, but I still said something and I spoke out about it. I may or may not have been with Umbrella. Who knows? But it was playful, okay? And I'm like, no, that's not cute. Fix yourself. Stop littering. It's not a good thing. Anyway, I put the mirror up to his face and said, hey, get it together, okay? Or forget it forever. Let me stop. I'm done. I hope this reading resonated. There's something here about your psyche. There's something that's nudging at you to confront, nudging at you to, and the more you push and suppress things down, the more it's going to blow up in your face, essentially, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, it's time for you to come to some realizations, activate and integrate. Okay. I hope the shooting resonated. I hope it helped. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group twos. Welcome to your reading. If you chose releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives, then you are in the right place. I hope that is coming up clear in the camera. Okay. And we have unbound. So I'm hearing release your inhibitions. Okay. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Live your life with words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where you both begin. The rest is still unwritten. So there's something here about you unbounding yourself, you living life better, because your life is still unwritten. There's no specific set way you're supposed to live your life or the specific career you're supposed to have. I just think you're supposed to live your life unbound, like not listening to what family has to say, what friends have to say, not taking into consider. Okay, let me not. I'm not. That sounds like a little selfish. Like not taking into consideration what other people or expectations others have placed on you. Is the best way I can put it. You're not supposed to live your life focusing on the expectations, family, friends, kids, anyone has set on you, because anyone has set on you because you're supposed to be living your life unbound, releasing any soul patterns that that hold you bound. I'm also hearing generational curses that hold you bound. If it's a specific way or a specific career your family has had since the I'm hearing something dynasty, that's not your you know so honestly, you're the opposite of group one, because group one came through with something like your family has a gift that is passed down to you, and you're kind of running away from it. For you guys, it's like but it's like more career wise, where your family has like they're all doctors or they're all lawyers, and they're trying to force that onto you. Like I'm getting it's happened in many book or TV show, but the most recent one that I watched was Maxton Hall on Amazon Prime, where basically the main character, James, I believe his name is, he comes from, of course, a well-to-do rich family who made their fortune on fashion, in the fashion industry, and his dad is literally forcing him to let go of all the things that make him happy in life and focus on the family business. When he has a whole twin sister who would love to devote all her time and energy to the family business. But the father's like, no, it has to be the firstborn or the brother, it has to be the man, blah, blah, blah. And he wants to, I forgot what he wants to do. He wants to draw because he's very good at art. He's very good at drawing portraits, things like that. So he wants to focus on that. And his family or his dad is like, no, you need to do in the fashion industry or whatever. And he's like, I'm good. And the father goes through extreme measures, or he goes to extreme measures to make sure his son stays complacent. He threatens the girlfriend. He beats the son up, like all kinds of stuff. Ghetto, the father in that show. Oh my gosh. He does, like I said, goes to extremes to make sure that his son is following the path that he don't even want to go down. Okay. And the thing about the father is he's not even of the blood of the family. He married into it, and now it was taking it upon himself to fully control everything, kind of thing. And I'm like, this is not even your legacy, bro. Like, what's your problem? I'm telling you, money be going to people's head, child. It's so annoying in these shows, bro, but it's real life stuff. But basically, yeah, he wants to be an artist, but his family has his fashion company, and they're telling him that he has to put aside everything he wants to kind of fulfill this whatever determined destiny they have for him. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you what happens in the show, but basically he tries to fight that as best he can, But I'm telling you, his father is real grimy, and how he wants to make his kids, conform. So that's what this is kind of giving me. If there's any of that in your life where your family all wants you to be a doctor, or they always have something to say about what you do and how you live your life, it's time for them to mind your business, and it's time for you to fully release yourself, become unbound. I'm hearing like a wolf on a full moon, howling at the moon if you want to. Okay, jumping on a trampoline if you want to, going skydiving if you want to, doing certain things. So there's an unconventional way that you're meant to live your life, which means you have an unconventional career path, maybe multiple careers, maybe one career that takes you many places. That kind of thing is coming through. Multiple passions. I'm hearing multi hyphenate. So you're going to be singer, songwriter, dancer kind of vibe. Artist, sculptist or sculptor. Not sculptist, it's sculptor. Yeah, I know what I meant, so stop playing. Anyway, yes, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. That is definitely what you're meant to do. This is the same deck, right? Nope, it's not. I'm like, let me just make sure. See, following your gut instinct. I have two cards on the table that look the same, the Work Your Light Oracle and the Star State Oracle. And I'm like, I want to pull more cards from this deck, but the deck that I had in my hand didn't feel right. So I'm like, let me make sure. And it wasn't right. Okay, so there's something about that playing into your life and your career. You picking up something and saying, this don't feel right. Let me put it back down and let me double check if this is right for me. And then when it's not for you, you just put it down and move on to the next step or the next job or the next career kind of thing. So yeah, I feel like you're going to go through a lot of careers in your life. So the next card we have is Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. So you have a council of light that you can consult, is what I'm hearing. So if there's ever time that you feel unsure, I feel like meditation and consulting this council of light. I'm sorry, I just saw like a person. Tell me this don't look like a person behind this lady here with the arms out. It looks like the Jesus statue in, where is it? Rio de Janeiro. You know that big Jesus statue they built? Tell me I don't look like him. It's like a big shadow overlooking them. So it's kind of like there's a council of light and then there's Jesus himself looking over it. This council of light, So it's kind of like they're consulting with him and then they're consulting with you. But yeah, we have divine orchestration. So literally things have been put in motion for you. And there's helpers in the subtle realm. Because I feel like with you especially, you need some helpers. With the way the father was being mad manipulative in that show. You need people who are going to be helping you, who you can consult with, who can be like, yeah, that looks good for you. That doesn't look good for you. People who help you stay on the right track at all times, And it could be friends, it could be coworkers, colleagues, stuff like that, stuff like that, people like that. But in specific, when it comes to your career, you have a counsel that you can ask. And I do feel like it has to do with like meditating, getting very quiet, and maybe trying it on for size. It's giving like, I forgot to mention the Goldilocks, where she was eating the cold porridge, the hot porridge, then the porridge that was just right. She was trying the hard bed, the too soft bed, the just right bed, that kind of thing. That's what you're meant to do. Try different careers and find the one that works for you. You're supposed to explore. So I forgot to say what this reading is about. I'm sorry. This reading is definitely we're going to be figuring out which career or careers are best suit you. We're going to see which specific ones may come through. Your divinely guided career path, essentially. And then we have where should you focus your talents. That's what we're going to be figuring out here. Where should you focus them? If we don't get a specific career, I'm trying to get you, as many answers as we can. Because I don't know every single career out there to be telling you, oh, this is a list of careers that would best suit you. But whatever comes to mind in the reading and whatever, cards come through, we'll kind of get a career or careers based off of that. We have Dance with Life. And it's funny how I was talking about singers, songwriters, stuff like that. We have do something to change your energy. So I do feel like with you guys in particular, you guys will be my group that gets bored very easily. Same. So when one career gets boring, you definitely, in order to keep your vibe high, because your soul needs to be vibing high, which is why you need to be unbound at all times, doing things that other people don't do, because your energy kind of depletes very quickly, which is giving me something. I'm hearing some kind of human. I'm hearing manifest generator, but manifest generator has endless energy supply. I'm trying to figure out which ones don't. I know there is a human design archetype that can't really do much. I know there's projectors and there's reflectors. So that's what I'm hearing. So maybe some of you are projectors or reflectors where your energy gets very depleted, so you have to kind of do things that ramp up your or recharge your energy very quickly. I'm hearing projector maybe. There could be some manifesting generators here as well and reflectors, but projectors what I'm hearing specifically, because a projector, when you which is an actual object, you project something on a screen. So it's kind of like you project what people want to see, an entertainment kind of vibe. That's why I'm sticking with projector here. And it also just feels right. Like I said before, the card didn't feel right, and I looked and it wasn't right. Projector feels right out of manifesting generator, or a reflector. Okay. We have birthing a new age. Wow. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yeah, it's giving projector, guys. I don't know much about projectors, but like I said, it feels right. So I'm gonna stick with it. And here we have you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So you guys are on the right path. Whatever you're doing already, you're on the right path. Because you're living your life a little bit, I'm hearing unhinged. Okay, unbound, unhinged. Okay, you're releasing soul patterns. You are releasing soul contracts, and you are releasing past lives. And I do feel like it may not even be family that is trying to keep you in a box. It could be a past life that is trying to infiltrate and bombard your reality. You're like, nah, I won't have it. And this council of light is sitting there, keeping you. I'm hearing on the straight and narrow. Now I'm hearing a song by Casey Musgraves, and it's basically follow your arrow. So it's like make lots of noise, yeah, kiss lots of boys and kiss lots of girls if that's what you're into. And the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up a joint or don't. Just follow your arrow wherever it points. So yeah, she's like, make lots of noise, kiss lots of boys, or kiss lots of girls if that's what you're into. When the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up a joint or don't. Just follow your arrow wherever it points. Yeah. There's also the beginning of that song is something about if you save yourself for marriage, you're a bore. If you don't save yourself for marriage, you're a horrible person. If you don't have a drink, then you're a prude, but they'll call you a drunk as soon as you down the first one. If you can't lose the weight, then you're just fat. If you lose too much, then you're on crack. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So you might as well just do whatever you want. And then she goes to the chorus. So make lots of noise. Yeah, kiss lots of boys or kiss lots of girls if that's something you're into. And the straight and narrow gets a little too straight. Roll up a joint. I would. Just follow your arrow wherever it points. So it's basically saying what the card is saying as well. Just live your life however you want to live it, because there's gonna be someone judging you either way. Just follow your arrow. Do what makes you happy, what lights you up, kind of thing. I love that song for coming through. Appreciate you, Casey. That was my first Casey Musgrave song, and I love her. And there's also another song that she has. I'm trying to remember what it is. Is it Mercury or is it like it's like her newest album. It's a new song, and I think it mentions something about Saturn. If I remember to put it, I will put it in the I'll put it in the description box next to your group too, so you can see the song that I'm talking about. But I can't remember the name. But it is basically like an existential crisis song where she's like, life is going by too fast or something like that. I'll figure it out. But we have birthing a new age. You're here to birth a new age. I'm hearing of people, of creators, essentially. So I could have like a lot of younger people watching this group in particular, because I feel like that is what this younger generation is literally here to do. They're just changing the world and doing whatever they want. They're bouncing to the beat of their own drum, and that song is coming through as well from the movie Vivo, which I've mentioned a lot on this channel if you have been here for a minute. Um, it's the movie that Lin Manuel Miranda makes the music for, but basically the little girl in the movie doesn't get along with everybody else. She wants to do whatever she wants to do. She doesn't want to be a Girl Scout. She doesn't want to be a this. So she's like, I bounce to the beat of my own drum. I'm a wow in a world full of ho hum. I'm a wild young lady, but you know some? I'd rather be at home with my own drum. So she's like, I'd rather be by myself, doing my own thing, than doing what everyone expects of me. And she was a young girl, so I feel like I said, this new generation of kids are very much, I'm doing what I want to do. You know, I'm hearing F the patriarchy. Okay, we're gonna keep going to the next card. We have, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Did I already read this one? I just didn't put it down. I feel like I already read it. Yeah, so you're already doing everything you need to do. You're already doing whatever you need to do. So just like keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep following your arrow. Keep doing what makes you happy. Now I'm going to get up for 2 seconds and see if everything is straight in the camera. And it is for the most part. This just needs to go up a little bit more. Okay. Check in. It's like, why are you not straight though? Okay, better. Then these can also come over a little bit more. Okay. Now, that's enough from this deck here. I feel like I said what needs to be said with that. Now we're going to go into the tarot cards to see what actual careers are coming through. So for some of you, it's giving content creator, it's giving dancer, it's giving singer. It's someone that expresses themselves. I also heard like Broadway, so maybe some of you have always wanted to go on Broadway. And there's something here about, like I said, if you need help, if you're scared about starting things such as this, because it is very intimidating to be a creator, it's intimidating to be a performer. And look, she's definitely giving a performer here. It's definitely, or you want to be a dancer, it's very challenging. But I do feel like if it's something that's meant for you and it feels right, then do it. And you have these counsel of light helping you. It's divine orchestration, maybe an orchestra, maybe you want to play an instrument. I'm hearing a symphony, you want to be a conductor, you want to be someone who's in the symphony playing an instrument. Like, go for it. We have divine orchestration, like everything is happening for you. You have helpers in the subtle realms. So what career best suits my group twos? What career would best suit them? And I hope I can hear me, because the mic is farther away than I would like, but I do feel like down there you should still be able to hear me fine. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords, copper. Look at how look at how it looks like he is interpretive dancing. It's like you may have a partner with you, you know what I mean? You guys dance and you do interpretive dancing, because it looks like he's doing something, and it looks like she's dancing as well. So this is definitely giving me the, what do they call it in Dance with the Stars? I know, like the no. Oh man, I always love when they do this dance. It's all about aggression, and I think it starts with a D. I can't remember, but yes, I used to watch Dance with the Stars. Fight me. Um. Oh man, what is the name of it though? I'm pretty sure it starts with a D, and I don't know if it's Diablo something. I don't think it's Diablo. No. But it's a very aggressive sort of dance. Like I said, it's very much fists and pulling back and aggressive, you know lines and whatever. I'm trying to channel my inner Len. Rest in peace, Len. That's what I'm trying to channel, my inner Len, because he would always be like, yes, and da 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 da. Like, oh, what is the name of the dance? That's what this is giving me. The Knight of Swords. It's like going after what you want, being very ambitious, and not letting anything stop you. What is Also, maybe like in communication or singing using your voice as well. We have the lovers, and look what I was talking about, a dance partner. These two look like they could be dance partners. He's doing the more masculine part of the song or dance, and she's doing the feminine part of the dance. She's her graceful lines and stuff like that. You know, the type of dance is right there. It's pissing me off. Ugh. Let me get all the cards out before I start getting into it. Okay. We have the nine of coins. Yeah, this is like giving me, providing some entertainment for people, or providing like comfort, because I feel like that's why we watch movies or go to plays, where we have the money to do so, and we're looking for some sense of comfort, from the play or the movie. Ooh, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. Oh, it's gonna piss me off if I don't get it. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely giving me people following you in the limelight kind of thing. I do want one more card. Oh, this is gonna piss me off. Like, I hate when I forget things. I'm like, it's right there. And the last card we have is the Devil. Interesting. This is definitely giving, like, maybe a ballerina, or maybe you're supposed to be a professional ballroom dancer, or maybe you're supposed to be like those people on Dance with the Stars. They go on there and they are the star of the show. They're the professional dancers who gets to dance with celebrities. And the Six of Wands would be the celebrity card, or one of the celebrity cards in the tarot deck. If anybody were to ask me, it would be the Six of Wands, because it's somebody who's at the top of their game. Nobody's doing it like them. Nobody has as many followers as them, and it's freaking hilarious because on the floor beneath this table, we have Kylie. And I'm pretty sure my cousin wrote that down on a piece of paper or whatever. And I think it's supposed to be like a fortune teller. Those things that were like, we would do this in school, and you would be like, oh, pick this, and then you would open it, and then you would do, you know what I mean? And I was looking at it in the reading one, but reading two, it came through, and she's one of the most followed people on Instagram. Everybody just seems to love her and flock towards her, and we're not surprised because she's also a Leo, so we can have some Leo energy coming through. Now that I remember that, I'm going to roll these dice here. I forgot to do so in group one, so don't tell them. Be quiet. Here we have Capricorn. We have fifth house, which is entertainment, having fun, romance, hobbies, and then we have the Moon. Yeah, there's something here about you being hypnotizing is what I'm hearing. And that song is coming through again. You got me so hypnotized, the way your body rolling around and round. That booty keep bumping, till you just bouncing up and down. That song is coming through. So there's something here about you hypnotizing with your body, with your lines. And it looks like she's dancing as well with her, the way her hands are up. So yeah, there's something here about dancing and moving your body in this group in particular, at the top of your game is what I'm hearing. And the lovers, we have two people dancing together, so there could be something about you dancing with partners. You know what I mean? That dance is getting on my nerves. I know it begins with the D. The G do. I'm mad. Anyone who knows the dance I'm talking about, let me know in the comments, please. If you're actually a dancer and you're getting confirmation from this reading, like it's right there. Maybe it'll come through later on in the reading, because that's what happened with the other reading. I was trying to figure out for the life of me. I couldn't remember Winston Churchill, and then he just came through at the end of the reading, and I'm like, yes! And I probably screamed in y'all ear, and I'm sorry for that, but I was too excited, y'all. Like, I'm like, I know who that man is. I've heard of it before, and it's just not coming through. But anyway, with the Devil here, there's something here about you being tempting, tempting people, or living the life that people think is bad kind of vibe, traveling, dancing, being on the road, being in the entertainment industry. That's definitely what this card gave me as soon as it came out. And people like lusting over you, watching you, wanting to be you, jealousy, that kind of thing is what I'm getting from these cards here, because your life is like giving very romantic. You have a partner, so you can work with your partner, which is also a reason for people to be envious. But it's also something here about people wanting you. There's like there's that phenomenon about a guy could be single for like 15 years of his life, and nobody wanted that man. Nobody was checking him. Nobody was checking for him, looking for him, wanting him, anything, until he got a girlfriend. Now everybody's like, oh, he's cute. Now It wasn't until you had someone that you became more desirable. You know, the temptation of the draw, of playing, or playing around with fire, you know? Like, oh, this person is so committed to their person and loves them so much, it makes you want them or their partner even more, because you want that feeling they have together. But it's only between the two of them. You have no part in it, but you want a part in it. You know, it's like envy, it's gluttony, wanting what someone else has. You know, that's what it's giving me. That's the kind of job you will have that other people want it. But it was only supposed to happen for you. Like, everybody wants to be a dancer, or everybody loves to dance, but only some people can be professionals at it. Everybody wants to work with their partner. Most people would love to see their partner all the time, but it's not cut out for everyone. Of course, if you're dancing with that partner, it's I feel like it would be more enjoyable than if you were to have like an actual business where you're just sitting in the house, you know, going over having meetings all day. Like, that's not a fun partnership to have with a lover, you know. I'm also hearing with the lovers, you'll have the pick of the litter that just came through. The lovers is about having a choice. You will always have a choice. Your career is your choice. It's not what anyone else wants for you, or it's not what society will push on you and say, oh, you have to have this kind of 9 to 5 job. It's something you chose for yourself, essentially, is what this is coming through as, you know, because you were very clear about what you wanted with the Knight of Swords. You were very clear about what you wanted, and you went after it, and you got it. You made the decision to be that and do that. And I love how it's coming out after, under the council, like, you had decisions. You corroborated with your counsel of, like, and they said, yeah, this would work for you, and then you went and did it because you wanted to, essentially. And it will lead to you having some money. So whatever career option you choose will lead to you being quite comfortable, like I said. But it's also giving me, you will become a comfort to others. So people would, you know, use your career as an escape kind of vibe, with the devil card here, that obsession, that escapism coming through. Because people spend their hard earned money on the orchestra. They spend their hard earned money on concerts. They spend their hard earned money buying products from people, for these influencers. They spend their hard earned money, you know, doing, you know, to find that comfort that the arts gives people. They spend their money buying paintings. They spend their money buying songs. You know what I mean? Buying albums, that kind of thing. So I do think that career is very much for you. You're supposed to live a very unconventional, out of the box kind of career for sure. And it will lead to you being your own boss. But this Capricorn energy coming through, being the boss of your own life. So we're going to put that over there. Hopefully you can still see it. Fifth house energy is having fun, romance, romanticizing your life. So I do think there's a big energy, like I said, of you working with a partner, or just or just see romance coming through, or just romanticizing your life, having fun, having a good time, and people literally paying to see you have fun. Because even though it's a job, if it's something you enjoy doing, even though on some days you may be sick or may not want to dance, it's still It's still joyful. It still brings enjoyment to you and other people. So that's the kind of job I do feel like you are destined to have in the spotlight, getting your flowers, getting some recognition. So dancer, singer, actor. This is literally a man watching a woman on his phone, screen, device, whatever, mirror, you know, hoping, obsessing over her. So actor, like I said, but like having a lot of followers and notoriety, essentially. And the moon, there being something like alluring about you, something people can't quite grasp, you know. We can only see the moon, we can't touch the moon, live on the moon, be with the moon, live with the moon. You know what I mean? We can only stare at her and wonder. That's all people could do, unless, I guess, they're physically meeting you. It's kind of like you've been there, whatever your job is or entails. It puts people in a trance, you know, whether it's still them looking at your work or looking at you perform your work, you know. That is coming through now. I do want to get some clarifier cards for these here. Ooh, it was so close to the tip of my tongue too. Uh-uh. I'm trying to match up my cards. Move. Like, I was literally hearing someone announce it on Dancing with the Stars. And it's still there. It's not coming through yet, I guess. I'll leave it alone. Can I get a clarifier for the Knight of Swords, please? Can we get some clarifiers? What career or where should they best? Okay, come on, book. Stop sabotaging. Where should they focus their talents? Where should they focus their talents? Where should my group choose focus their talents, please? Six of Cups. This is giving me childlike energy. So doing things that you enjoy to do as a child. So like I said, you're a child. Dreams you had when you were a child is essentially what's coming through here. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. And look, people literally giving you your flowers, giving you flowers. And there is a card in is it the Everyday Witch Tarot, where the Six of Wands is a woman being thrown flowers on stage. It's like being the world is your stage, the world is your oyster kind of vibe. That's what I'm getting with that card. And it's like people are literally going to be giving you your flowers. Here we have the Seven of Cups having options. I love how we have 6 and 7 coming out back to back. These can kind of go under. Not every great option you were given will be a great option for you, and that's literally what I was saying with the cards. You will know what feels right for you. You're not going to have a career where anything feels forced. You have options. That is the luck you were given. You have the luck of the draw, where if you were playing a game of who's going to draw the shortest stick, you never draw the shortest stick. You may sometimes come close to being the shortest stick, but you're never actually getting the shortest one. Now we have the Empress coming out of the Nine of Coins. So yes, attracting wealth is attracting some comfortability in your life, attracting independence. You could be an artist who's independent, is what is coming through for me. You have your own studio, or you make your own songs, you fund your own songs. So whenever you get paid for said songs or paid for the concerts or whatever, the money is going straight to you. It's not going through a record label then coming to you. No, you're an independent artist. So the most successful one that I can think of right now is Ed Sheeran. I don't think he's signed to a label. He releases his own music. He goes on his own tours. He literally is a one man band. He makes little what would you call it? He makes his little repetition beat things and then sings along with it. Sometimes if that's what it entails, the song entails. Like he doesn't really have backup dancers. He doesn't have backup vocalists. It's just he's a one man show. Essentially, so whatever money he gets is his to of course it has to pay people that works for him, but when it comes and he has to pay for the venue probably, but the money doesn't go through someone else to come through him or multiple people that you would have to pay at a record label before it gets to you. No, the money goes straight to him, which is why we have the Empress. There is beauty to be found in every experience, so people will consider you very beautiful. So maybe you will be a creator, a content creator for beauty. I'm hearing for fragrances, for hair, nails, things like that, luxury, things that we buy to make ourselves feel more comfortable. Like I said, concerts, things that we don't need. It's not a necessity, but we still want to do it in order to find that comfort and interacting with others. The way going to the movies is getting more and more expensive, but we do it to have that collective experience. Mm-mm-mm-mm. That dance is getting on my nerves, guys. It's right there. Okay, so where else should my group choose focus their talents, please? Where should they focus their talents? That fellow. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. So, like, I feel like there's a vibe of. I feel like if there's any person who is having jobs like this, I'm hearing the vibe, or not the vibe, child. I'm getting the vibe or hearing a video that I watched one time where a person who did content creation said that every day or every month is not going to be good, Every month you're not going to get as many views. Every month you're not going to get as much money or as much, um, what do you call it? Sponsors or collaborators or whatever y'all want to call it. I don't know. Things, you know what I mean? You're not going to get that every month. So it's kind of like an up and down. So when the months are bad, they're like bad. But then when the months are good, they're very good. It's not a guaranteed job the way a 9 to 5 job is. You go to work 9 to 5, you're going to get paid every week or every 2 weeks, depending on the kind of job that you have. But when it comes to being a creator, some contests will not do good. Some will do better than others in different places. You may go to one city and nobody knows you. Go to one city, everybody knows you. Like it's a lottery. You never really know what you're going to get. And I do feel like that's something that you need to not think about so much. The unpredictability of it all, because either way you're going to be successful with the 6 of Wands coming out first. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Don't think about it too much. um and there's something about like staying away from, sorry, the cards are pissing me off. Something here about staying away from people who don't have your best interest at heart, as well. Backstabbing energy. Like, I do feel like you are someone who is already very smart at figuring out who has your best interest at heart and who doesn't, you know. But there's no need for you to worry about competition, what other people are doing. Because even me, myself, when I was thinking about or talking about, oh, you're going to have, where this was the first one out, you're going to have a career in the beauty industry where you have this, and that. I was like, but there are already so many people. Like, it's a congested market. Everybody wants to be an influencer now. And everybody wants to post videos about how they do their hair and how they do this and how they do that. And it's kind of like the competition can sometimes scare you, but it's like there's no need for you to compare yourself to this because you're the 6 of Wands. Now the next card we have is the Page of Pentacles. So this is definitely giving me like business owner, someone who has their own business, entrepreneurial vibes. It's like going off your own and making your own little abundance here with the Page of Pentacles. But coming out under the Devil card here, there's something here about you being very savvy, being very persuasive, you know, a little bit of like having the gift of gab. You know how to sell yourself and get people to believe in you the way others don't. Your confidence is what sells you, you know, or sells your product. Your confidence, not you being, oh my gosh, I'm scared that I'm not going to be the best in my field. It doesn't matter if you're the best or not. There's something that you have other people don't. You're the only person who is you, you know. And I'm hearing there's She's No You by Jesse McCartney. She's no you. Oh no. You give me more than I could ever want. She's no you. Oh no. I'm satisfied with the one I got. Cause you're all the girl that I ever need. She's only a picture on a magazine. So that could be your mindset when it comes to like comparing yourself to others. She's just a picture on a magazine. I know nothing about her. There's no need to be comparing myself to her and her success. You know, that's kind of like, you know, the comparison is a thief of joy, and you want to keep your joy, so you don't really compare yourself to other people. Or that's what the best path for you is. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, because you're not them, they're not you. I don't know if this candle went out. We're only in group 2. These candles are bogus. Then we have the 6 of Wands coming through again. Oh my gosh, you're kind of a big deal to start acting like it, period. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. So I do feel like things just seem to drop into your lap. And I do, like I said, that is that council of light coming through, where it's divine orchestration. If you're meant to do this, things will go smoothly. You will always find an opportunity to do things. You may not be the a household name, or you may be, who knows, but you're doing it because it's fun for you. You're doing it because you always have work, you always have jobs, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. And we have start acting like it. So you're kind of a big deal. Start acting like it. So something about acting is coming through for sure. Let me make sure everything is in frame, and it is. So these cards can come down more. I just don't want them to be, you know, all over the place. But I do want it to be in frame as much as it can be. But yes, you're meant to go out and snag opportunities with your personality, is what I'm hearing. Your personality will always get you this abundance. And that, I think, it's you being confident about yourself, not overly self-absorbed, but you know what you provide, and you're not going to let anyone make you feel insecure about what you can provide. Yeah, I'm trying not to think about this thing. Damn, child. Yeah, like I said, there's something very hypnotic about you here with this moon energy coming through, where we're just always so enamored with the moon. We can't stop looking at her when she's full, when she's not full. Or I find myself that way anyway, you know? Like there's a magnetism, a draw about you, you know? Let's keep going. The Ace of Pentacles, you're always going to be attracting opportunities towards you. And we have this Infinity 8 in the Lover's card, which always gives me, but we have it here as well, the Devil. There's something here about like abundance. What goes around comes around is what I heard as well. What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around. Yeah. So you may have good karma. What goes around, comes around. That was a bop. I'm not gonna lie. Justin Timberlake did his thing. See, that was a bop. He did his thing. That's gonna be people talking about you. Here we have the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Wow, okay. In a career path, maybe, okay, we're gonna see what this card says. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Like I said, there's something about you being very confident in you being you. Like, oh, you want to have a good show, then you should book me. Why? Because I'm me, honestly. You know what I mean? Not being cocky, but being confident, you know, knowing what you provide. Like, you're never going to find another. I promise that you'll never find another like me. I think it's a Taylor Swift song. I don't know the name of it, but that just came through. And look at how she's literally, I don't know what she's standing in front of, but we have this person here standing in front of this big, this is probably a planet. You're not for everyone. It probably is Uranus, but you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness is very much an Aquarian energy. And then we have this person standing on top of a cliff here. This Devil is giving me like very seductive energy. Like I said, the moon, you just want to know more, see more. Like, I have this star quality about me. Like, can you say this about you? You know? People are gonna come to my show. Can you say that about you? You know? And like I said, it's not coming off as cocky. It's coming off as I'm confident in what I provide in my services, okay? But the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. Maybe you being successful in your career has to do with you being softer to love and not being this overly aggressive energy. Because like I said, that dance that I can't freaking seem to remember right now is all about being aggressive. It's all about, or maybe that's what you need to do in order to succeed. Be aggressive and put yourself out there, you know, network. Sorry, I had to stretch. But there's also an energy of you being open to people loving what you have to say and loving what you do, you know? So yes, you have the Mars energy, you have the anger, you have the drive, you have the resolve to go after what you want, but you also need to be maybe a little softer on the edges sometimes. Yeah, feeling worthy of that love, feeling deserving of that love. With the softening to love, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm confident in myself, but when you get all these compliments, or you get all these sold out shows, or you get all these purchases, or you get all the money, it's kind of like maybe like imposter syndrome you may inherit or encounter along this journey. And it's kind of like, nope, you deserve every single bit of it. Stop playing. But yeah, there is something here about you being your unapologetic self, being your oh, two cards didn't want to fall out, so I have to three. We have Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. That's that weirdness coming through. We have the Seas of Mintanka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to life. And then we have perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. I don't know why I felt like I had to read these. And I do feel like that's what keeps happening in these cards. Because look at her, she's taking herself off of whatever planet this is in order to gain perspective. This person is in the deep, fast, like whatever planet this is probably Mars. Like this person's exploring and seeing things in a bigger picture kind of way. This person is on top of a cliff looking out over the masses kind of vibe, is giving someone on stage looking out at a mass crowd, you know? And like I said, not trying to be like everyone else, because you're not like everyone else. Oh, well, this person did this to book a job. Well, they're not you. That's not the kind of job you may want. Okay? And if that person booked it, that may not be the job for you. It doesn't matter. Like, stop, comparing yourself. Because that's what I did say earlier, comparison to the thief of joy. There's something here about that, where either you don't compare yourself or you overly do compare yourself to other people. Because like I said, whatever, being a creator in general, there's always someone who sings better or can hit the higher notes or can hit the dancing better or whatever, but that person is not you. So don't look at, oh, there's so many people in this field, there's so many people wanting to do what I want to do as well. Don't let that discourage you from going after what you want. Have some perspective. Like, know that you're meant to do this, I'm hearing I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. So like I said, there's something here with that Six of Cups energy about you doing this since you're younger, with this Flowers energy. Yeah, give yourself the compassion you were never given. There's something here about you being too hard on yourself. It's time for you to soften up to that love, soften up to wanting to be heard. People want to see you, people want to watch you, they want to see what you're doing, and be like, yeah, of course they do, I'm me, instead of, oh, I'm not sure. Like, no, you're sure, or I'm sure enough for both of us. Stop playing. But I love this, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Which is why people, like I said, look to you, because they're never going to be able to look on Earth. I mean, the moon, feel the moon. And I love how we have all these different planets coming through. I do think this could be Uranus here. And then we have Mars energy coming through. Then we have the moon coming through. You're out of this world. Okay? But you have to, do what you can on this Earth while you're here. And it's like you're Earth right now, but you're not a human. You're kind of alien, which is why people want to alien this, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. There's something about you that people love, and you only find that success by being your true self, not putting on a front and being someone else, But yeah, you could be a Tank and Starseed as well coming through. And then perspective, having some perspective. Is this all that I wanted to pull from all the cards? Nope, we forgot this deck here. I heard save the best for last. So I'm hearing, even if you find yourself in like a lineup of other individuals, even like talent show, where it's a talent show and everybody there has some kind of talent, but it's like you save the best for last. Like, don't be afraid to be last sometimes, because you save the best for last. And then look, we have Uranus coming through for real. We have Uranus, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight. So Uranus is all about a revolution. Like, yeah, going your own way. And I'm hearing, go your own way. You can go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. Another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. It's coming through. You're supposed to go your own way. I love how Capricorn energy is coming through again with 10th house reputation. You're meant to have a reputation. Be the leader of your own life. Like I said, be an independent artist or something along those lines, where you're not indebted to anyone but yourself. But you're supposed to have fun in your career. Like, it's not giving, like, of course you will always have like responsibility, but it has something to do with like fun. We have the numinous mystery. You're supposed to keep people hanging on your every word. What comes next? What are they going to do next? We don't know what's going to happen kind of vibe, That's how you keep them on the edge of their seats, because you're supposed to be a mystery to them. That moon energy coming through again. They don't know what you're going to do. Here you have big floofy dresses, ascendant outlook, so your personality is going to get you very far, which keeps coming through because it's not the same as everyone else. We have roots, and then we have the sun, which is that Leo energy, 5th house energy actually coming through. And this card you see wants to poke out, what is it? We have 8th house intimacy. That's that devil energy coming through, as well as the lovers. So some of you are meant to work with your partner. So you're the sun, everyone revolves around you. You're not of earth, but there's still something about you that keeps everyone coming back for more, honestly. 10th house is very career oriented, so career is going to be important. Your career is going to be the first thing people see or know about you. You're going to have a reputation. It's funny how I was singing Taylor Swift earlier, or one of her songs, and reputation was probably like when she really, like, solidified herself like a household name. I think, anyway. Reputation, that's the album by Taylor Swift. She was coming out with all these songs, and what song was on that? Like, Look What You Made Me Do. That's from there. And like, she has that music video where she has all the models in there. I think Zendaya was in it, Gigi Hadid was in it, like a few people was in there. So she finally, like, stapled. She became a staple. Like, in Taylor Swift, there's never going to be another her. And she kind of uses like her bad press to make it good press. She doesn't care what people have to say about her. And most of it is like just done through hate. Like, oh, we don't like Taylor Swift. Why? I'm not her biggest fan ever, but I can appreciate her music. Some people just be saying they don't like people just say they don't like them. It's annoying. Like, y'all saying I don't like her for why? What did she do to y'all? Personally, honestly, Yeah, so you're supposed to be different, accumulate a reputation for yourself in this career. So yeah, it is giving like in the spotlight. So if you don't want that kind of reading and you're still here, I don't know why you're still here. Let me stop. But that's what's coming through here. Household name with roots. You're supposed to set down roots. You're going to become someone who has longevity, who people know. They talk about household names coming through. Because of your outlook, your personality, we have your worldview, your mission statement, what you're here for, what you're about, your expression, your effect, your role, your attitude, your outer self, your point of view, your body image that kept coming through as well, your aura, your likeness, your approach, your impact, and first impressions matter when it comes to you guys. And there could be stuff that's very intimate about what you do. I'm hearing someone who only wants to do like intimate concerts, to be one-on-one with fans or people. Sorry if I hit you, the mic. Who's supposed to be one-on-one. But yeah, you're putting your heart and soul into this career path as well. So whatever that means for you, whether it's performing or not, that's what you're meant to do. Put your heart and soul into this work, into your job, to be different, to let your freak flag fly. Okay, to stand out, to not be a part of the fray, is what I'm hearing. To bringing your unique point of view to Earth, because you're here. Why not? Even if you feel out of this world, you're still here as of right now. So just do whatever you want to do, kind of vibe. Take people on a journey, on a road. And I'm mad that even now at the end of the reading, I still have not figured out the name of that dance. How annoying. Like, it's right there. It's like there's something. It's like, it's not coming through. Something. It's not Diablo. I keep saying that. It keeps coming through. But it's kind of like something. It's not a flamenco. Annoying. Either way, that's all that I have for you guys, though. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me. It's my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Align Your Life, what is not aligned or needs to change, then you are in the right group. Welcome. Now, immediately, let me stop. But literally, immediately, it's giving you're misaligned. So whatever career path you're going down right now is not the career path that is for your highest good, that is divinely led, that kind of stuff. That is not where your talents lie, okay? Because those are the three kinds of things we're going to be going over in today's reading. What is your essential career? If you get actual careers, good. If we get what your talents are when it comes to career and where you should be focusing those talents, great. The divinely led career choice for you, amazing. But we have had careers coming through, but I want to see what is coming through for you guys. But there's something here about you not serving your true purpose, or your career not aligning with who you are as a person, or what you are here to do, essentially, is what I'm getting. So what is not aligned or needs to change? There's something that is not aligned and needs to change. I mean, right off the bat, we can keep that there. And I do want to get more cards from that deck. Let me just do that and see. I heard to roll the dice for you guys, so let me get them really quickly. I forgot to roll them for group one, so don't tell them. If you're from group one, at least you're getting them now. Okay, thank you. We have Neptune. So something following your dreams is something that's coming through here. We have Libra. Oh crap! I didn't even see which one that was. That's crazy. You know what? It flipped over that way, so what had to have been like this. So we're gonna go with 8th house or 12th house. I heard something about hospitality, but we have Neptune, we have Libra. I'm so mad I didn't go and see what it was, so I guess we'll keep it on 6. Health. No, we'll roll it again. How about that? Sure. We have 1, personality, roll it again. That's Aries energy. We have 11, Uranus energy coming through, Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius, welcome to the reading. We have 11 coming through again. Okay, so 11 twice. Boom, we'll keep 11. But we're going to be seeing what else comes through. So it's something where you're being your most unique self, maybe out of the box. I'm hearing like smart. You're using your brain, you're using your intellect. So maybe you're supposed to be doing something in the computer, because Aquarius is like very technological kind of vibe, or Aquarius is also humanitarian. So maybe you need to be helping people, helping raise the vibration of the job you're at right now is not doing that. Providing balance and structure, maybe, in law, using your smarts in law, using your brain in law to come up with better policies. And that's where your true talents lie, in bringing balance and harmony to the collective, to the world, essentially. And then we have Neptune, by using your out of the box thinking is what I'm hearing, because Neptune's like a very dreamy esque, it's dreams, the netherworld is what I'm hearing. So it's like the 5D, not the 3D. So you're using messages specifically from the 5D to help create better policies, or come up with better learning systems for kids, what I'm hearing. We have all those, what do we call it? Those things we used to grow up on, depending if you're my age or older. We used to have those websites. We would go and play games, and they'll teach us certain things, But I do feel like we need to up that, become more advanced in how we learn, how we teach, and you're very good at that, coming up with specific lessons, coming up with layouts. Maybe you're supposed to be a teacher as well, and you're supposed to help the kids these days, bring harmony and balance to that. We're going to see what else comes through in this deck. But out of the box thinking, things that people haven't come up with. So your ideas are your power. You have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That's literally what this is saying. So you're not aligned. So that is my confirmation, that you were not aligned. You don't know where you want to go. Even if you're unaligned, and asking, I know I'm unaligned, I want to know what to do. There's something that is niggling at you, and you're not trying to figure out what it is, or you don't know what it is. And there's something about dreams is coming through. So with Neptune coming through, there's something about you following your dreams. You have a specific dream you want to, follow, you want to go after, but you're scared. It's coming through as well. Or you're thinking about it too, like technologically, If this candle goes out during the reading, I'm sorry. If this goes out during the reading, I'm sorry. Because I have to replace this one over here, which is why this one looks nice and bright and this one is almost done. But at least we'll have one candle still burning for you guys, okay? Yeah, there's something here about a candle about to go out. I don't know why I just mentioned that or felt the need to mention that. That was like an impulse. I just like, so something that you just impulsively pick up one day, or find, or do on a whim when you're doing something out of character for you, which is that Aquarius energy coming through. You're following a dream, or going after a hobby you've always wanted to when you were younger, kind of vibe. It's giving me that kind of energy where you need to do something out of the box, do something that you haven't done before, think about things the way you have them before, go somewhere, meet new people. Maybe if you never thought you would be into computers, and that, take a class. If you can find a free class, on programming, I'm hearing, find that so you can learn later on down the line, make a program for maybe what you are passionate about, but you have to learn how to program first. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to make websites first. That kind of thing is coming through for you guys. I hope it resonates. But yeah, like I said, if this candle goes out, it may go out during the reading. Your candle is burning low for something you're doing right now. It's not filling you up with passion anymore. But we have this candle that just lit at the beginning of the reading that is still going to be burning. So you're going to have a candle burning. So there's something here that's wearing you down. But there's something coming up behind you that's niggling at you, saying, hey, we're here, we're here, we're here, follow us. And it's going to take you farther than this candle that you first lit up would. You know, if it makes sense? So it's kind of like you're on your last leg, you're burning out kind of vibe, but you have a backup. So maybe your backup career is what you need to be focusing your energy on more now. You may have a main job, a side hustle, and the side hustle is where your passion really lies. And that's where you need to give all of your energy. And that's what the niggle is trying to tell you, but you're not listening. What your genes are trying to tell you, but you're not listening, you know? And I love how we have Libra and you're out of balance, you're unaligned. And the Libra is like, you need to get back in line. And Libra is law. So if I didn't say that already, yeah, there's something here about maybe you're supposed to be in law. But like I said, creating policies, being a lawyer, being an advocate for others, you know what I mean? Maybe one day becoming the president and bringing some freaking structure to them, America, of the United States of America. Okay, here we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. That's literally what I just said. You know, becoming the freaking president and rewriting certain things, rewriting policies, clauses, law. Maybe you're supposed to be, like I said, in law, and you're advocating for companies and reading through the fine print to make sure they're not being bamboozled, kind of thing. You know, that is coming through as well. And I do feel like law eventually leads you to politics. I'm like, what am I saying? Like, having that degree right off the bat is going to lead you to politics. I'm going to get up and see if these cards are sitting straight. If they are, okay. What? How many cards are good? We have this: play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Why so serious? That song is coming through. Why so serious? I don't know who sings it, but she's literally asking why everyone is so serious. So you saw this for a good bit. Put that under there. We have this. And look at how we have all these bright blues, these starry skies, you know. Maybe being in paradise will help. Look at this beautiful imagery. This is pretty. I'm being taken to like blues and pinks. And it's giving like sunset when the sun is setting. So yeah, sun is setting on one part of your life because it's not in alignment with you, and it's time for you to do something else or move somewhere else. So maybe moving will help. Moving to a new location. But definitely having more fun, more activities. Here we have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I love this. Yeah, so there's a move. And then we have Scorpio. In eighth house didn't want to come through. So there's something here about you following a whim, doing what you want to do. Scorpio was also eighth house death energy, transformational energy, you know, Pluto energy. So maybe there's something like, you know, that you need to just blow up in your life and go through I'm hearing initiation. Spend some time in the dark so you can find the light again. Get lost so you can find yourself. Ooh, bars. Okay, Spirit, y'all coming through. It said, you know, get lost so you can find yourself again. Okay. Making sure the mic is still on. Sorry. I have trust issues now because this might be wanting to turn off whenever she feel like it. I'm like, ma'am, whose side are you on here? Okay. Anyway. We have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Yeah, so it's giving get lost so you can find yourself, you know, out of your comfort zone. Stop thinking that everything needs to be so serious. Because I feel like in finding things that are like, you know, hobbies to you, like I said, a side hustle, that's where you find your joy. That's where you find this career path. That's where you get access to finding what you really should be doing. If you literally have no idea, just do everything. You know, try everything at least once and you'll find what resonates with your soul. Okay, group 3 already coming through with the deep messages. Thank you, Spirit, for being here, providing these messages. We appreciate you. And that's literally what she's getting. She's just walking aimlessly. Child, not Patrick coming through. Yo, I'm not going to say it. I do feel like some of you feel like pressured by something or someone in your life to do certain things because of course what I'm hearing from Patrick is look at it, look at them standing there menacingly. Like that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick was like such a doof. He didn't realize the person that he was thinking was the whatever the bad guy was actually his best friend. So maybe you guys can have some wolves in sheep's clothing, some people you think are your best friend, or people who whenever you're around you feel like a very menacing energy, and that's people you need to kind of get away from because you need to have more fun here. You know, you're getting a niggling feeling around certain people or at a certain job or in a certain place, and it's telling you it's time for you to go. Okay? So that is coming through for a reason. Yeah, this Patrick's a fool child. Like menacingly. Like how could he not tell that that was SpongeBob? It's not making any sense. Patrick is just a fool sometimes, but you know, that episode in particular was just I feel like just supposed to be funny, but it's coming through for a reason. So there's something here about that. You trusting your path. If you feel called to move on from something, if you feel misaligned, you feel misconstrued, you feel fractured with the way this girl, like her face is not fully formed, it's fractured. If there's any part of you feeling that way, or like you're feeling not yourself, or you know what I'm getting, you essentially got put through the ringer and your ends or sides sharpened. You used to be a circle in a circle hole, but something happened, you were around certain people, you experienced some new experiences, and it was like shaping, reshaping you, sharpening your edges. Now you're a square and you can't no longer fit that circle hole. So now the people around you, the job, the environments do not feel good anymore. That's what the niggle is trying to say. We're not comfortable here anymore. Can we go somewhere else? Can we go and have some fun? Can we not be so serious kind of vibe, you know? Can Sorry, the song was kind of trying to come through. We didn't grow up like this. So maybe you're going so far against what you grew up around because you wanted to kind of rebel, or maybe you didn't want to live that kind of life. And now they're telling you to go back to that. I don't remember. We didn't grow up like this. That song's coming through again. Why so serious? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I don't remember, we didn't grow up like this. So she's basically saying in the song that we didn't grow up to be so serious, so why are we this way, you know? Like have some fun, celebrate certain things. It's like giving monotony. It's like giving your life is so boring now. You get like what episode is that? It's giving the SpongeBob episode. So maybe we have some SpongeBob fans in the house. Hello guys, because this is literally was not coming through for group one and group two. They're just coming through back to back now. The season or the episode where um yes, exactly. Okay, boom. So the episode of SpongeBob where Squidward moved to that gated community to be with people just like him, and they would get up, wake up, brush his teeth. He would go to the aerobics class, and like when he first started doing it, because it was so different from what he was used to growing up or being around SpongeBob and Patrick. They were always loud. There was always something new. Things were exciting, too excitable in his opinion. When he was living next to SpongeBob and Patrick, it wasn't until he moved to that gated community where everything became too monotonous and boring. He had to kind of, in the beginning, like he was happy. We saw it in the episode. He was happy, smiling, and then as soon as it became too monotonous and boring, he decided his face started drooping. He started getting more and more like sad and like bored. And it's kind of like you grew up around the SpongeBob and the Patrick, where they were too much fun, too much. Maybe there was enough structure in your life when you were younger, so you vowed to have that structure in your career, and now it's like it's taking away from you instead of giving to you. And now it's time for you to go back to what you grew up around, that kind of chaos a little bit, you know. That's what this is kind of giving me. Squidward was so convinced that he needed to be in that gated community full of people who were just like him. But where's the excitement with people who are just like you? It's boring, you know? So like I said, maybe friends, you're outgrowing up a place where you live, you're coming home every day, you're not excited. Maybe you need to redecorate or move somewhere else entirely. Like I said, this sunset chasing the sun is what I'm hearing. You'll find this chase when the daylight's fading, when the candle's going out, When the daylight's fading, we're gonna play in the dark till it's golden again. So, and I said you have to get lost to find yourself. The light has to go off for you to find the switch. In order for when the light goes off, you have to go search around in the dark, finding where the switch is, and then we're turning it on, and things could be different by the time we hit the switch. So it's definitely given we're chasing the sun. When the daylight is fading, we're gonna play in the dark till it's golden again. We're gonna have fun and celebrate. Don't be so serious when the lights go off until it's golden again. Look at how we have this trust your path and all these beautiful colors after this dark, you know, after this darkness where everything's black and white. Yeah, Spirit's coming through, period, in this reading. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. Yeah, when the daylight is fading, we're gonna play in the dark till it's golden again. And now it feels so amazing. You won't see it coming and will never grow old again. You'll find us chasing the sun. Exactly. Okay, so yeah, some of you need to get lost to get found again. Take off the light for a little bit to get found again. Go on a vacation to get found again. Go outside when it's bright outside and just explore. And you could just be walking down the street and somebody in New York it happens all the time. They walk up to you and say, "Hey, you have this thing, or you want to try this thing out?" And you'd usually be like, "No," but accept the flyer, accept the thing, and go try the class. I'm pretty sure everything most things give you like a free trial pass before you have to commit to it. So you can try one class free, and if you find you like the class, you're going to keep going. I guess eventually you'll pay for it, but you get to a trial. Anything with Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I don't know if they do it anymore. But they used to give you a trial, and you could try before you buy. So it's like you're walking down the street, and they would always hand out flyers, and you're the kind of person like, "No, I'm not interested." Say yes one day, even if it's something you never thought you would be interested in. You have to try something new to know first. So like I said, for you guys, you have to try everything essentially, or try a bunch of different things to find what truly lights you up. Or that kind of thing where you can't, because things get boring fast, maybe. Or you've been trying so hard for everything to be on the up and up or normal when you're not supposed to be normal. But like I said, it's Aquarius energy coming through here. You may find harmony in when things are in a disarray. Okay, so now we're going to go to the tarot cards and see what is coming through here. Immediately we have the Magician when I split the deck, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Magician and the Ace of Pentacles. It's giving manifesting new opportunities or dropping something you thought was an opportunity and picking up something else. You thought, "Oh, this job is where I should stay, or where my wealth lies, or the comfortability, the boringness, the monotony, the reliability." It's kind of like, no, that's not going to work for you because you're an Aquarian. You need unpredictability. You need things to be unexpected. You need that excitement. Okay, so we're going to be getting into what is Group 3's divine career path, ideal career path. Where should they focus their talents, please? Some talents will come through as well if you don't know your talents. They're going to come through, I promise. Where should they focus their talents, please? We already have you being able to find harmony in the unpredictable because of what you grew up in. So where other people would be destabilized by a whole bunch of chaos and destruction or unexpected events, you thrive there because you grew up in that. So maybe you were trying to, like I said, run away from it when you should be running towards it, because where other people may not be able to deal with it, but you can. How did the Magician actually came out? Period. The Magician actually came out. She said, "I have things to say." Okay, there's something here about you definitely finding your way. I'm here and making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. Something away, passing away, thinking away through the crowd. So it's basically she's walking by, faces past. She doesn't even know what's going on. She's not aware. Yeah, it's giving Squidward. Waking up every day doing the same thing, not seeing any difference. You know what I mean? Getting up, walking down the street, faces are passing. You're not taking any time to stop and look and explore. Maybe you need to, like I said, have more fun, make more acquaintances, make new friends, essentially. Here we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. That you need options. You need to explore your options. If you don't have options, find options and explore those options. Here we have the Ten of Coins Emerald, because that will help you. Maybe having multiple careers or multiple side hustles or something like that Or maybe you have money now because you found that stability and it's time for you to invest it in different things. So you can spend your time having fun instead of trying to focus on making money. That did come through in group one a little bit. So if you felt called to group one, you can watch group one. Here we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, like I said, you thrive in the chaos. You, instead of running away from it, run towards it. How many cards? I'll take one more. What is their ideal career path, please, Spirit? Where you're amongst the chaos. Or just exciting things. Of course, 2 wants to fall out. 8 of Wands. Yeah, travel is also indicated here. Like I said, finding things, moving away. And then we have Ace of Cups, for finding what you love to do. I don't think many of you know what you love to do, so you have to find it. Yeah, you need an eye-opening, an eye-awakening experience. The 7 of Cups, but that only happens when you try all these different wines or drinks in this card. Like, how do I know which wine is best for me? Try all of them. It's going to be a lot to take on, but it's going to be fun. Like I said, it's going to be fun chaos. So yeah, for some of you, there's something you need to like explore and figure out before you would know your ideal career path. But I'm still going to try to get some for you guys. I'm not getting any archetypes. Like I said, maybe a teacher, maybe a programmer. Try different hobbies, because a hobby could be what turns into a new career. Maybe you've never danced a day in your life. Go take a dance class. You know what I mean? Like I said, you've never programmed a day in your life. Go program. You've never done pottery a day in your life, and you find you're a natural at it. You didn't know it because you didn't try. You know? You try sculpting and you're really good. You try painting, you're really good at it. You try teaching or like I said, making a program for others and you're really good at it. You try editing some videos and you're really good at it. Something about technology is coming through as well. Magician, you're good at everything essentially. It's just finding what you want to do, because we have 7 of Cups. You're supposed to have many options. You're not supposed to just have one career path, which is something that came through in some other group. But we're going to pull from the second deck here to see if we get any other clarifiers, please. There's something here about a wilted flower. A wilted flower. You feel like a wilted flower. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough life force. I split the deck and we have good luck charm, which is Wheel of Fortune. So you do need to have some change. There needs to be something new coming into your life at this moment for you to figure out your career path. Because if you literally have no idea, you know what I mean? There's a wish waiting to be fulfilled right now. Yeah, and look at how she's traveling in her RV. Maybe go across on a cross-country trip. But it will take leaving things behind. Because I love how she has 1 cup here and she has 8 cups lined up behind her, and the 8 of Cups is walking away from something. So you do have to walk away from something and something in order to start this new thing. So it's like walking away from a house, walking away from a job, walking away from a specific position, walking away from friends, walking away from family. There's something that has to do with that. Taking some time by yourself, like I said, yeah, that trusting your path, trusting that by being yourself, by being lost, you will be found. And I'm hearing you will be found from Evan Hansen, dear Evan Hansen. Ooh, wrong way. Okay, where should they focus their talents? Please, Spirit, where should they focus their talents? What are their talents? Where should they focus? Okay, what are their talents? Is the right question. 4 of Cups. Try not to be so picky, okay? Maybe you're picky. Ooh, what song is coming through? When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. So yeah, there's something here about you getting what you thought you wanted, but it wasn't what you need. When the tears come streaming down your face, I think it's stuck in reverse. Or could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. You by Coldplay. I'm like, what song? I know it's Coldplay, but the song wasn't coming through. Yeah, there's something here about fixing. You need, I don't want to say that. That sounds rude. You don't need fixing, but there's something that you need to do to kind of bring yourself back to life. It's like a car needing a tune-up. Is the example that just came through. A car that needs a tune-up. You need a checkup. You know, you need to check back in with yourself. Four of Cups, and that is the monotony card. You would fall, stupids. Stop playing. Cards are so annoying. We have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like giving me hobbies. Like-minded individuals coming together. So there's something about you needing to find new friends that may be more aligned with where you are now. We have, what's the saying? Teamwork makes the spell work? Funny. And maybe you're supposed to team up with other people, build a business with other people. Maybe there's something about going into wine business, is what I just heard. Maybe you're supposed to go into a wine business, start your own business. And we have a couple coming through again. So maybe you're someone who wants to start I'm hearing a restaurant. For some of you, you want to start a bar. For others of you, a restaurant and a bar. We do have them eating here, and look at her, she's getting coffee. Maybe you want to open up your own coffee shop. A coffee shop, a bar. I'm hearing a speakeasy, maybe even a club, because that's not having fun, right? Maybe others of you want to become a matchmaker. That just came through as well with the Ace of Cups. Bring people together through love kind of vibe. Bring people out of their shell. Bring comfort in the chaos is what I just heard as well. So you're someone who's used to, finding comfort in the chaos, dealing with chaos, so you can help other people deal with their chaos as well. So it's giving something here about people coming to you like, oh my gosh, my life is falling apart into shambles, and you're kind of helping them find their way. But first, you have to find your way in order to help them find their way. So they're saying, hey, start that journey right now. Start right now so you can get closer to your divine path, Okay. We have the Broom, which is death. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Isn't that literally what I was just trying to say? It's like things are like, maybe it's time for you to help other people, fix their life. I'm hearing Iyama fix my life. Maybe you need to be a coach, a life coach. But in order for you to try to clean up anybody else's life, you got to clean up yours first, get rid of some things, move. She's literally moving. Look at her. She's cleaning out everything and moving on. A death to, move on. Wow, exactly. That keeps coming through. I haven't been getting many careers. That card flew to flip out. They said you're going to hear this. Two of Wands, traveling, yeah. Making a decision, deciding. Your decisions decide your future, nothing else. Your decisions. The Seven of Cups is also an energy of having to decide things, wishful thinking. So maybe there is something here about you needing to always, hope for the best, knowing that the best will always come. I'm hearing calm after the storm. The best will always come afterwards. As long as you put yourself out there, the best is yet to come is what I'm hearing. And that's funny because I saw that yesterday on a card. No, it was a bag at the store. I was at the store with my friend. I was like, that's a BTS song. Yet to come. They broke up. And they're like, the best is yet to come. We're going to come back together. We're just breaking up and separating for now, So maybe you do need to spend some time away from your friends. Find new friends, explore new things. You know what I just got as well? An example where your friends aren't into the same hobbies you're into. And while you may have a wonderful, beautiful friendship with them, they're not fulfilling that part of you that wants to go out and, have. So, okay. So let me finish this example. So you have friends, there's something you want to do. For example, you want to go roller skating. Your friends don't roller skate. And the friendship with them is beautiful otherwise, but you really want to have a friend that roller skates. You have to go and make some. You have to go to the roller skating rink, have fun, celebrate, and that's where you'll find the people who know how to roller skate as well. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to, like I said, travel, explore, do certain things in order to find that set of people. Or maybe your friends are more monotonous and your friendships can be beautiful, gorgeous. You can depend on them. Of course, it's beautiful. Nothing against that. But you're someone who's very adventurous. You want to explore and go out. And your friends aren't that way. They're not spontaneous. They're not going to get up with you and go on a, spontaneous trip. And that's fine. but find people who will do that with you. And in doing so, you may find new activity through them. You may find something you didn't think of doing. Well, because you guys are all spontaneous, you go on a spontaneous trip with them somewhere, or a spontaneous outing somewhere with them, and you find your true purpose through exploring, new horizons, kind of thing. That's what's coming through very heavily for you. Like, you don't have to condemn your friends, you don't have to completely disband from them and not be their friend anymore, but there's something you want to do, something you want to explore, experiences that you want to have, that your friends are not going to be there for you to do, so you either have to do them by yourself and make friends along the way, or make friends that do those same things. It's the same thing, honestly. Once you start doing something, you make friends. You want to be a dancer, go to a dance class, you'll make friends there, and then you guys can both be dancers, you guys can be dancing together. You want to roller skate, go to a skating rink, and you find like-minded individuals there. Three of Pentacles. It's putting yourself in places where you find the people you need to find, and you find the things you want to find. You want to be a singer, well, you need to go to a studio or go to a singing lesson to become a better singer, or something like that. But find people who will build you up instead of, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Friends like that, or friends that keep you like feeling frustrated and stuck. Which, that's Seven of Cups. Like, I want to do this, but I don't have friends to do it with. I want to go to a wine tasting, but my friends don't drink. Then find friends that drink. I want to dance, but my friends don't dance. Find friends that dance. I want to go on a vacation. My friends are scared of planes, trains, and buses. Find friends who aren't. I'm spontaneous who wants to get up with the park one day. My friends aren't spontaneous. They're not going to come with me. Go by yourself, or find friends that will. It's as simple as that. You want to have a specific kind of career, you have to find people that will help you build it. Find a community of people. And it may not be the friends you have right now, and that's fine. You can still be friends with them maybe down the line, but right now you have to separate from them and find the friends that will help you. You know? Hope that makes sense. Wow, like the cards are talkative. You have King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's kind of like taking control of your own life. Grabbing life by the I heard balls, or by the stirrups, and doing something, galloping away. We have true success isn't just about money, it's about happiness too. And I love how it's coming out under the Ace of Cups, as well as this card that was under it, which is like, have fun, don't be so serious. So for you, you have to find a career, or it's crucial or best for you to find a career that you love, where things are not monotonous and boring. That's spirit, not me. Don't cuss me out in the comments. I know every job is not supposed to be happy and have a good time, but for you, that's your job. It's supposed to be fun and not so serious. Okay, we're gonna get one last card. You guys got a lot of cards. True success isn't about money. It's about happiness too. You're supposed to find your happiness. That's just gonna keep being repeated in the reading, I'm pretty sure. Okay, why do these cards flying out like that? That's crazy. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Look at you. You're bursting with new sparkly ideas. Yeah, so it's time for you to what would you say? Review. Like, sit with yourself, review, and think of all the things you've always wanted to do, and do them. It's giving me the example of what is it called? There was a video that I was watching with, I feel like I always mention this man, but he be teaching me, so I don't care. Anwar White, he was basically telling women, what does your type, the guy you go for, say about you? And he was basically saying how if you go for, what was the example? Oh man. Basically, he was saying if you go for guys who are bad boys, that means you're too much of a good girl, and you need to become that bad boy instead of chasing after them. If you go for the good guys, good. Leave, stay with the good guys. If you go for the guys who are too needy, that means you are hyper independent and you want people to control. He's like special mention, shout out to oldest siblings, or people who are taking care of their parents, or something like that. If you go for men who are older, you have, of course, parental issues you need to heal by taking care of yourself more, or finding people in your life that will be those mentors that you need. So you don't have to find it in a partner. If you are someone who goes for the people who are dominant, that means you have no control in your life, and you have to set better boundaries. If you go for guys who are, what did he say, distant from you, who live too far away from you, that you have commitment issues, because you go for guys that you don't have to commit to properly, and you have to find ways to commit to yourself in your life. so you don't have to run away from commitment, because you're used to being committed to certain things. What other example did he use? Um, but things like that, essentially. So it's like, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that. But it's basically giving you find what is wrong, review, yes, review certain things and come up with better ideas. Because when you review what went wrong, you're not going to make the same mistake again. So it's kind of like sit back and kind of go over what has happened thus far. And in doing that, you come up with better ideas because you have a better perspective, a better perspective other than just living through life monotonously. Like I get up, I go to work, I come back, I eat, I go to sleep, I wake up, just repeatedly doing the same repetitive things over and over again. You gain perspective when you look at everything from a different perspective. So it's like I said, maybe if you don't do certain things, and I would never want to go and do that. Maybe do it, and you kind of come back with more perspective on what to do in your life. I hope that made sense. I feel like I got lost a little bit there, but it's kind of like finding what is wrong with you. Not that there's anything wrong with you, but it's like I said, Anwar, if you go for a specific kind of guy, it's because of a preconditioned um, trauma response that came from childhood or whatever. You know what I mean? So try to heal that in yourself first, and then you'll find your career path. So there's something that needs attention, that niggle. So did we pull from these cards? No, we did not. So career choices, traveling, maybe being a traveling influencer. Like I said, getting up and traveling somewhere. If you don't have anyone to travel with you, just do it yourself. Essentially, opening up your own business is definitely what I'm getting as well. But travel is big with the Eight of Wands, and we have the Two of Wands here. We have the Ten of Wands in the sea. Being a turtle, being a dolphin, being more playful, taking things slow, not rushing. And the Magician is you have everything you need right now. So whether you have a good job or you have good savings to go on all these trips, you can maybe post the trips. Infomercials. What I'm hearing, tell people fascinating things about. Like I said, oh my gosh, exactly. You're traveling and creating programs or itineraries for people who go to the same places. So, for example, you'll be an influencer who goes to specific place, Hawaii, for example, and you spend your money there and find all the best places to do, the best restaurants to eat, and then you create a little program for people who will come after you, and you can sell that program. So you make money by having fun, by traveling, literally. I'm giving y'all good ideas, child. Let me write that down for me. Anyway, so you're combining program, you're combining your mind. So maybe you're someone who works in IT or programming already, and you don't know how to put that to use. Make a program for other people, make them pay for it. People will, because everybody wants to go, so they don't know how to plan things for themselves. You're a good planner, and you provide harmony for their trip with that Libra energy coming through, and aesthetics for their trip, because you're telling them the prettiest places to go, the prettiest places on the island, the prettiest, more, oh, you want to have a romantic dinner, this restaurant is best for you. A restaurant for you and the kiddies, this restaurant is best for you. Or you want to have some fun at night, this place is best for you. So that's literally what you're doing. You're giving people information. You have all these sparkly new ideas. Exactly. Boom. So it's like giving life coach. You point people in the right direction, but first you have to learn how to point yourself in the right direction. Okay. Now here we have empathic starseed, energy sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Mm. That sounds about right. Like I do feel like you have kept yourself stuck because friends around you don't do certain things. So for example, I don't want to be out and my friends, but there's like, I like to do certain things and my friends either can't or don't want to. I take it upon myself to do it myself. I'm not you're by not doing that, by, oh, my friends don't do this and I don't want to do it by myself, you're robbing yourself of joy and happiness. Because it's something you obviously want to do so bad, but you're not doing it because a friend doesn't want to go with you. Then do it yourself and you'll make a new friend. You know what I mean? Not trying to say anything bad about your friend, but you're the one holding yourself back in that situation because they don't want to do it. They're sure about it. They made their mind up. But you're like, oh, okay, so I guess I won't go. No, still go. Okay, now we have the Seas of Mintanka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So yeah, that's literally what they were saying. The niggling. It's like following your intuition, where it's telling you to go. If you feel called to go travel somewhere one day, or for example, in my life, things tend to repeat. So if you're constantly seeing people going on trips, that means it's time for you to want a trip. You constantly see the word vacation or see people vacationing, it's time for the vacation. In my example, if you keep seeing things about people going to the gym and the weight loss transformations, it's time for you to do a weight loss transformation. Maybe you need to do that as well and come up with a program. That's what everybody's doing these days. They're going on their own weight loss journey and finding a program that works to lose weight fast, and they're selling it to everyone else. But like I said, it's coming up with a program first, what you're good at doing. You know, finding comfort in the chaos. So people are like, oh my gosh, I'm going on a trip. I don't know what to do there. Here you come, the itinerary. There you go, buy it. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm starting my weight loss journey. I don't know where to start. Boom, I have a plan. Do that. Of what to eat, how to do it, how many reps, stuff like that. And that helps people. You're bringing comfort to what was once chaotic for them, you know? People are tired. You have a coffee shop. You're coming and giving them that boost they need. You know what I mean? People want to come and come to like a wine tasting. You have all the different wines there, and you make it aesthetically pleasing, kind of. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And aesthetics is, yeah, it's important. There's something here about you having a good eye, because you have a big old eye right there. You have a good eye for certain things, and it's time for you to like expand your horizons. What I just heard with the Eight of Wands, expand your horizons. Okay, card news, y'all. And then we have a card that group 2 got, which is you are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. And I feel like mostly for you, of course, we have embrace your weirdness coming through with 11th house energy. Something here about friends. You know, that's why I just realized exactly 11th house is friends, and how you interact with friends. You know, your friendship community. And I kept bringing that up. So maybe there is something here about friends. You need to, and Three of Pentacles is collaborating with friends. Maybe you need to make a business with your friends. Say, hey, I have the idea, and they bring the money, or they know something about business. You know something about programming and building a website, and you guys just come together and make it work. Sorry, fixing the mic. I was scared it turned off for a second. I was like, no. Yeah, it's like working together, collaborating with friends, because that keeps coming through. So you either need to find new friends to collaborate with, find business partners to collaborate with, or find friends you already have and collaborate with them. If you have no friends of the sort, find people, because that was a big message coming through as well. You need to expand and meet new people. You have such big ideas, and the people who you're with right now are keeping you kind of stuck. Like I said, nothing too much on them, but there's big dreams you have here with Neptune coming through that you're not. Like I said, yes, you have dreams of things you want to do. You're the magician. You have all these ideas, but your friends are not there. Like, oh yeah, we can do this together. Da, da, da. If you are someone who thrives through community, you know, you can't stay in a community that keeps you stuck and bored. The way Squidward thought movies that be in a community would, help him be happier. No, him being around the chaos of SpongeBob and Patrick was better for him in the long run, because it kind of helped him grow sometimes, open up sometimes, be less crotchety. You know what I mean? It wasn't the best condition, but it helped him grow. You staying in this monotonous lifestyle with these monotonous friends aren't helping you grow. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, you're not for everyone. Face your true north. There's something that the niggling is telling you to do something, go somewhere, travel here, do this, and that's what you need to do. Gain some perspective, which is what I said, with the reviewing what has been working, and in doing so, you find something different to do. You find the problem, kind of thing. Okay. At the bottom of we have double mission, a light worker, star seed. You serve the world by being you. This is important. I'm taking it out. And then all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within. That review that I was talking about exactly. Thank you for y'all coming through for me. Y'all always do anyway. I don't know. I'm surprised. Appreciate y'all. Look at her. She's walking towards this new dimension. She's walking through change, and it's not easy. It's hard. And she's, I feel like I'm getting a vibe of her hesitating here. So, but all paths lead to home, and home may not be the home you're living in right now. It may be somewhere else, but all paths you follow, no matter where you go. But that card that came through at the bottom here, let me get it for a second. The card that came out right here. Trust your path, because all paths lead to home. All these they're from different decks, but they have the same message that keeps coming through. All paths lead to home. Follow your gut, follow your intuition, and that's what it says. Inner authority, intuition, true, turn gaze within. Okay. And look, we have Siam and Tonka. Something here about blues that keeps coming through. Like I said in the beginning, with these blue skies, maybe we need to live somewhere more tropical, because it's funny, because I was also, like I said, anytime I'm reading or watching a video, it always comes through and I'm reading the next day. So there was something about Nicola Coughlan. She plays Penelope in Bridgerton. I was watching her like get ready with Vogue, her doing her makeup, and she was like, she used to have like bad acne or bacne, and it used to hurt when she lived in Ireland because it was mostly overcast. It was rainy, it was cloudy, and she was like, I feel like that played a part in my mood and my skin. And I feel like for you, where you live plays a part in how you feel. So if you're living somewhere where there's no blue skies or there's no water, maybe you're someone who's meant to live by water. You could have a mermaid coming through here, and I was like, why do we have a mermaid? You have a mermaid, you have a dolphin, and we have turtles. You're supposed to swim with the dolphins, the mermaids, and the turtles, the mermaids and the turtles. Sorry if I murmured there. And you're supposed to be a mermaid, and you're in suburbia, like you're in urban cities, you're in rural areas. No, you're supposed to be by paradise. That's why I love how I said Hawaii coming through. That's what you're supposed to be by, the sea, the water, because that keeps coming through the bright blue skies. So you're living somewhere, and everything is boring, and nothing feels right because you're not living where you're supposed to live. I'm hearing astrocartography as well. So maybe you need to get someone a friend, or get a professional reading to show you where your Venus lines would be, or your Jupiter lines would be, or your moon lines would be, because where your moon line passes through, or places you would feel at home. Where your Venus line is where you'll find love. Where your Jupiter line is where you're going to find expansion, joy, that kind of stuff. That's where you need to be following your arrow. And that came through for group 2, I believe, right? Or was it your group? I don't remember at this point. But the song by Casey Musgraves, make lots of noise, kiss lots of boys, and kiss lots of girls. If that's what you're into, when the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up a joint, or don't. Just follow your arrow wherever it points. So there's something here about you following your true north, because that did come through. Face your true north, follow your arrow, what makes you happy. Like I said, even if it takes you away from friends, if it takes you away from family, it takes you away from places, your home. It takes you away from places, your home. Okay? So, and trust your path above all else. Trust your path. We can put it right here, because there's not really much on this card here. Yes, double mission. You're supposed to be a light worker, a star seed, and you're supposed to serve the world by being you. Okay? Are there any other cards? I didn't pull from these cards here, but this is the last deck I'm going to pull from, and I'm going to let y'all go. But I love how this came back out again. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? That just keeps coming back around. Following your dreams, what would you do if you could do anything? Don't let anybody, how people would view you, whatever, don't let none of that hold you back. Okay? So, their career path, their ideal career, please. Where should they focus their talents? What do we have here? We have Sagittarius the Voyager, and I did want to say that. Enthusiastic, philosophical, independent, generous, ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest, bareback. Okay. Unbridled, experiential, lucky, boundless, traveling, risk-taking, tactless, self-righteous, like, please believe in yourself. And then we have intimacy. The 8th house just keeps wanting to come through. We have investments. Yes, exactly. Like I said, invest in a business with your friends, or invest in businesses, period. Intensity, contracts, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy. Yeah, there's something here about you going through an underworld, like initiation, like I did say for you guys, I believe. That's here for you. That's coming through for y'all. And that's my confirmation. Thank you. Because 8 didn't want to come out, but I stuck on 11. So there is something here about friends as well. Okay. We have Capricorn, the boss. See, you need to become the boss. You need to become the boss. That's coming through. And then we have the sun by following your bliss. Okay. So with the boss, we have serious, authoritative. So there needs to be a way for you to bring the Sagittarius energy and the Capricorn energy together. Hold on. I'll put that back there. Let me look at the bottom of the deck. And we have first house self. We get to learn who you are first. There's something here about you not learning who you are, or not going on enough adventures in life to know who you are. What's your outlook? What's your mission statement is what I'm hearing. You know how certain businesses have a mission statement? Oh, we're here to provide clarity. We're here to provide confidence. We're here to provide this and that. What is your mission statement? You haven't found that out yet, but you have to find it out first in order to find out what your career path would be. So maybe a lot of younger people here are watching because you haven't, gone through. Open that door to your psyche, who you are, what you want to do, what makes you happy kind of vibe. being okay on your own and doing things on your own. The older we get, the better we are. Oh, my friends don't want to go, fine. I'm better off with myself anyway. You know what I mean? Kind of vibe. When we're younger, we like to go in packs and feel that safety of going with friends. But the older you get, the more you're like, I don't care. I'm doing myself, child. I'm very much in that energy right now. Going to concerts for myself, doing things for myself, which I didn't say it. Like I said, if my friends don't want to go, I'm doing it myself. You need to embody that energy as well. But yeah, embody that energy as well. But there's something here about you marrying Sagittarius and Capricorn energy, conjunction, empowering one, empowering the other. So yes, you have the spontaneous side, but then you also have this serious business savvy side as well, who is very authoritative, who will be the leader of the friends, tell them who the King of Pentacles of the friends. Um, Ambitious coming through twice. I feel like this is ambitious as well. Sag energy. We have realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth. And that's what there was something saying here about that. This star seed where you're supposed to bring people together by just being you. Serve the world by being you. That's that down to earth energy coming through. We have corporate. You're supposed to be a corporate baddie, okay? Reserved, rigid, and disciplined. So you're going to bring that, having, like I said, you're going on these trips and having a good time. But while you're there, you're also creating a master plan. You're creating a course or something for people who come after you to do the next time they come. You're thinking ahead, okay? And eventually, or you will be able to charge for that program or that itinerary or whatever it is once you come up with it. But you're having a good time traveling, but it's also business as well. Like I said, both, marrying the two. Now the sun, we have essence energy, self-awareness. That's that first house energy coming through, the house of self. We have self, and then we have being. There's something here about you still having to figure out who you are. And then under that, we have self, then we have 10th house, which is reputation. So you're meant to have reputation. You sit on your throne, and this Capricorn energy coming through again, honestly. So confirmation upon confirmation. But there's something here about creativity, spirit, life force, honor, masculinity, distinction, childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, and father. Okay. Maybe there's something here about you not feeling confident to go after what you want because, sorry, I'm going to fix this real quick. Going after what you want because you didn't have parents there reassuring you. So there's something here about you being shy, being unsure about how powerful you really are because you didn't have anyone always telling you your good characteristics. So, for example, if you grew up with a child whose parents are always telling them, oh my gosh, you're so smart, you can do whatever you want, and encouraging you even when you made mistakes, you would be someone who's more inclined to go after what they want, and nothing can hold you back. Now, if you were a child who, like I said, was belittled, or like I said before in another video, you were belittled, you were always called stupid, you were always called this and that, talked down to, you would be more scared to go after what you want because you don't think you're deserving. You have a worthiness problem. You have a problem with feeling smart enough, rich enough, like a leader enough to go after certain things. So whichever one you fall on, there's a sense of maybe a father wound coming through here where you didn't have a father there making you feel like the prettiest girl in the world or making you feel like the best little boy in the world. So now you have that little wound there where you don't believe in yourself, because a father is supposed to make you feel safe, essentially, like, safe being yourself, doing certain things. And if you don't have that, that becomes a problem. It becomes a self-esteem wound. You're like, I don't feel like I'm good enough for anyone or anything. I don't feel worthy of anyone or anything because, I don't want to get too much into it. If my father didn't stay, why am I not worthy? That kind of thing. It could come in a mother wound as well, but the fact that father is coming through is something about structure and feeling safe. Like I said, you came from an unstable household. And in order to feel safe, you have to find things that are boring, repetitive, monotonous. That's not where you thrive, though. You thrive in the chaos, which is why you had to go through that chaos a little bit, It was preparing you for your career path, okay? But I feel like I've talked enough. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe.
Tell you to stick around in case people have their headphones in and they're not watching the screen. Stick around after the outro for a brief message that I got after the reading was over that I started the reading again to give you guys.
I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay, hi group threes. I was putting away your card, and this magician was giving me another message about creating your career from scratch. So it's going to be like a very alchemistic kind of thing where you just, like I said, go around and try everything, and that's where you find your purpose from scratch. You're starting a business from scratch, figuring out who you are from scratch, and you have everything you need to build something from scratch, which is what you're destined to do in your career. So that was coming through. Just want to say that. And I think that's it. There's something here about you having foresight as well. You're very good at coming up with plans and sticking to them. That Capricorn energy, you're adventurous enough to go after it, but you're also keeping that very level-headed, thing of level-headedness about you to actually follow through with it. Okay, so something about from scratch. Okay, that's what I have for you guys. Though. So bye again.